Welcome back to the Comics Aficionados right here on Think Critical YouTube. The final show of the year is here. We're going to put a bow on 2025, get ready for 2026, and we got a fantastic panel of comic book nerds, or I guess in Aaron's case, just a nerd. You're out of comic books, huh?
It just occurred to me, it's like we're going to talk about the best and worst of 2025, and I don't care anymore. Like
you didn't like G.I. Joe.
No, I mean, but it's like I talk about that every week. Like, what am I going to bring that's new? It's like, yeah, G.I. Joe's good. Ghost Machine is good. Most everything else sucks. You know, Marvel is terrible. DC is mediocre. You know, it's like I'm so sick of talking about Absolute Batman. It's not that good. It's fine. It's not that good.
It's not on my list of the best of the year. Absolute Wonder Woman, probably. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but we're gonna have a fun time here. And Aaron,
bigotry of low expectations on Wonder Woman.
Right.
We'll get Aaron excited or disappointed in something by the end of the show.
I mean, disappointed is easy at this point.
Man, did you watch the end of Stranger Things, Aaron?
No. I saw that it was just the culmination of the show is the gay bear stare, and I was just like, okay, I
This isn't the end. This is the middle. The end is New Year's because they had to spread it all out because Netflix is like, we gotta get you paying for multiple months instead of you get the 1 month and then you cancel.
You're like, who does Will kiss at midnight on New Year's? Come and tune in.
I saw a thing that was like the 13 burning question. It's like, will he confess his feelings to Mike? And I'm like, will Robin and Steve get together? And I'm like, Doc, I was like, I could not care less about any of these questions. I just want to know, do they defeat the bad guy? That's all that, I'm invested in.
That's what you're invested in?
That's all I'm invested in anymore. I'm not invested in the character relationships. I'm not invested.
I don't know, Aaron. Sounds like you're media illiterate to me.
I
don't understand what the show's really about.
Although I do want to know if Dustin and Steve make up and become friends again.
Yeah,
because I like their friendship, but really only because it helped amuse me throughout the plot.
See,
all right, Dylan, you are more level-headed than some other people, not only here, but elsewhere. Did the big reveal on Stranger Things ruin the season?
It's not a big reveal.
Yeah, it's not a big reveal, but also I haven't watched the latest batch of episodes. I saw the first volume and it was okay. It's just every single episode is someone in a room explaining a plan while it jumps from character to character in the room and everyone goes, "You're crazy, that plan won't work." And then they do the plan and it works. That's every episode.
Sounds exciting, dude. I guess they're doing the big plan about how they're going to take down the monster, and that's when he comes out. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah,
because something that was important.
If your plan hinges on sitting there wasting my time to yell "I'm gay" at you, it's not a very good plan.
I don't think it's part of the plan. I think it was just
no. Apparently it was.
Moment.
No, it is. It is part of the plan because apparently if he doesn't do it, then they can't beat him. I don't fucking know.
Vecna's gonna out him to his friends, and that would be bad. So he's got to come out first.
Yes.
I hate to break it to the spooky villain in this one, and probably everybody in the world. But when you're like, they told me they'd out me as gay, and like, we've known you're gay for 6 years, dude. Like, why are you worried about this? If it bothered me that you were gay, we wouldn't be friends.
Not only that, but like the big villain just yelling "that guy's gay" is gonna break up the attack team.
Also, I don't know if you know.
Has anyone played a video game?
If you in the 80s, if you said to somebody "that guy's gay," everybody would be like, "Yeah, he's pretty gay. He's also retarded."
He's totally gay. You got a great point there, massive villain. Yeah, he is the gayest man I've ever met.
That's right. Yeah, he's it's like that. We threw that around. It meant a million different things, and none of them were homosexual.
Yeah, you have to be more specific. Yeah. I don't even think in the 80s people would have cared. It then didn't seem like a big deal.
Yeah, we busted our friend's balls, but like, you're just so gay.
Yeah, you got the wrong earlobe pierced. What are you doing?
Yeah,
you trying to tell me something? Let's go ride bikes.
I remember kids discussing that. Like, I'm gonna get my ear pierced, and it's like, which one? Which one's the right one? Which one's the gay ear? And it was like, what?
Left is right, right is wrong. I got my ear pierced when I was 13 years old on my birthday. My Irish grandfather flipped out. It was 1986, and so
Did he rip it out of your earlobe?
He
please?
wanted to. He was like, Maureen, all the gays are going to be staring at him now in the subway. What are you doing there? You're out of your fucking mind.
I solved that by just getting both of them pierced at the same time. Just like,
And then everybody was like, "Oh, like Mr. Clean."
yes.
Oh, he's into everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Sending out the right
Fuck
vibes.
we don't know where this guy's coming from. Oh man.
So Tommy, you went and saw Marty Supreme, a movie
did.
I've never heard of, but you say it's the best ping pong movie ever made?
Well, I'm not sure of any other one, so I would definitely put it at the
Balls of
very.
Fury.
Oh,
Balls of
sorry.
Fury.
sorry.
Credit where it's due.
Okay, sorry.
It was
Sorry, Aaron.
between Forrest
I'm
Gump,
not
you know?
a ping pong aficionado for sure, but I will tell you, it was the most, like, you walk out so confused, but it was really, really good. I really enjoyed the movie. I don't see too many movies in the theater unless it's a superhero type movie, because that's just not my thing. I'd rather sit in front of the TV and watch a movie. But my son-in-law wanted to see it, and my wife went with me, and yeah, it was really good. So if you haven't seen it, check it out.
What'd the wife say? She's like, did we
Same
just watch a
thing.
ping pong movie? Like,
Yeah,
what
she
are
goes,
you doing to me?
what? But then she really enjoyed it. I mean, the chaos is fun. You're at the edge of your seat. Some of the movie, it was good.
Man, sounds like my experience coming out of Snowpiercer going, first of all, I don't know what the fuck I just saw. And second of all, I think it was good, but I'm not really sure because it might have been terrible and I couldn't notice because it was so strange.
He's an excellent actor. I will just say that.
Man. Do you like him in Dune?
Yeah, I thought he did okay in Doom.
Is his Wonka worth watching?
Yeah, actually, the Wonka's fun.
Yeah. Wonka. Yeah, Wonka was good. I watched it with my
Johnny Depp like scared me off of Wonka forever. with
that wasn't my
thing that he
favorite
did.
version for sure. But no,
Trainee Wonka was not my Wonka. Let's put it that way. That was strange.
Yeah.
There you go, Dylan. You're going to see Marty Supreme tonight,
Yeah, I'm gonna see it tonight. Excited.
and like the word among the cinephiles, it's a must see.
Everyone says it's really good. Yeah.
Very nice. How did the Avatar movie go?
I have not seen the Avatar movie, so I don't know. I mean, it made a bunch of money, like always.
Yeah, supposedly the Fire Lady is great.
Yeah, I mean, at least we finally got a bad Na'vi because they were all perfect people in every other movie. So it's nice to have finally a bad faction, but still not interesting enough for me to go see it. I just don't care about Avatar.
Man, how did your Christmas Eve stream go?
It went good. It was fun. Played through Arkham Origins. It was like 6 hours. It was a good time. It's been a couple
You
years
streamed
since
for
I played
6
it.
hours and beat the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Did you join him, Aaron? You said you were gonna show up.
No, I ended up being busier than I thought I was going to be on Christmas Eve. I had to.
You go to the
my
strip
friend-
club?
No, my friend was stressing out about Christmas and getting
Oh.
prepared, so I went and helped.
That's just code because he's got 8 magic reindeer on the roof of his Burbank apartment, and he goes,
I don't
"He's
live
the
in
local."
Burbank. Why does
I know,
everybody
just
think I
kidding.
live in LA?
I know where you live. I'm just,
You just mailed something to me. You know that I'm not in
doxing. Yeah, reverse doxing you
Just go with it, Aaron.
from his Burbank apartment. He's got stationed a stable for his 8 tiny reindeer because he's the local Southern Californian Santa Claus. It's a union.
Burbank is as close to LA as I like to get. That's true. That's as close as I'll go to downtown LA.
Filmed from downtown Burbank before a live studio audience.
Dylan going to support his cousin Timothy.
You two got a resemblance there, kid. Dude, are you Timothy Chalamet stunt double? Look at you.
I wish.
You're pretty fit, kid. I mean, that'd be a good gig.
I just saw that and like, oh shoot, there is a little bit of a resemblance.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, all of a sudden in certain scenes, you'd be like, damn, Timothy Chalamet's got some guns. What's going on here? And then you're like, oh, that's his stunt double. That's Dylan.
It's Dylan.
Dylan Thunderguns is his Hollywood name.
Official.
And did anybody get to watch the Jim Hot or Not podcast I put on YouTube? Normally it's on
No,
the Patreon and channel
That
membership.
yet.
I
that
let it
was
lull
brilliant.
I let it lull me to sleep.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like, but it, like you guys like just had such a nice little like rhythm going that like I was like,
Yeah. I love all the shows I do, and the Doc is Right stuff, the aired stuff that I do, but the Jim show is the nuttiest.
Yeah.
He's got the best stories.
He does. I feel so bad after listening to it, man. I'm like, man, this poor guy.
I like the story of the guy really trying to befriend him in the lottery ticket line and him being completely oblivious to what was going on.
He wasn't looking to make friends. He was looking to become a billionaire.
That's right. But, hey, maybe the real billions were the friends we made along the way, Jim.
Yeah. So hopefully his cowboy beans turned out all right. I probably should have messaged him to make sure. But I was glad I put it out there because, Jim's always like, nobody on the channel likes me. Whenever I'm on the show, people like say bad things about him, which I don't normally see. But I went and checked all the comments and everybody was like, this guy is amazing.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
No, I love when Jim is on the show. Where's he getting that?
I don't know. There's one person that had a not particularly nice thing to say. It was a little bit personal, but it wasn't even really about him. But
well, there's like 5 people that have had not nice things to say about me. It's okay. You're welcome not to like me.
Only 5, Aaron?
5 people.
Well, only
said
5.
bad things about you?
Only 5 that I saw.
I have my detractors out there. There's a legion of Sully detractors out there. Yeah.
I was about to say, I think Sully might be on to something because it sounds like Aaron has a list of who's naughty and nice. So
Yeah.
I told you he's the local chapter representative of his Santa Claus Corps.
There's some people that don't like Doc. Everyone loves Dylan though. That's the interesting thing.
That's true, Dylan. You got that going.
I think the person that doesn't like Sully the most is Dylan. If Sully says he likes a movie or a comic book, Dylan, you can see like he drank like spoiled milk.
No, what doesn't get me is like when we did Hot or Not, I was like, man, Undead Iron Fist is really good. And solely right before I was like, I read 35 Marvel comic books every week. And then he's like, yeah, I didn't read Undead Iron Fist.
15
like
or
the
so.
one good Marvel comic you don't read, but all the dog shit ones you do, that's what baffles me.
Unbreakable X-Men is part of an event series, Dylan. What was he supposed to do? Ignore it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be much happier that
I
way.
was
You'll have
happier
more
that way.
time.
I pretty much ignored the majority of Age of Revelation. The few things I've read that were okay, like the Jed McKay, Netho Diaz that came out last week. It was at Age of Revelation 3.
Book of Revelation.
Book of Revelation. Thank you. That was okay because I don't mind Doug Ramsey as a character. I know a lot of people do, but like I'm an original New Mutants generation fan, so it's like he was the first one to die, and that had consequences and meaning.
So many consequences that he's with us to this day. Now
everyone got a 1-up though. Everybody did. Yeah.
The Warlock, like trying to resurrect him after the back in the day, like that was a heartbreaking issue. Louise Simonson and Brett Blevins did such a good job, and that's why like whenever Rob like brags about his run on New Mutants, I'm like, yeah, I mean, you came in and you had a different visual look, obviously, and it appealed to people and it bumped sales because comics is a visual medium. But like, you've never been part of a story that mattered, and you've certainly never written one that has any.
Yeah, but the sales tell a different story.
The sales tell a different story, but there's no accounting for taste. Like, look, Fortnite was a huge movie this year. That Lilo and Stitch garbage was a huge movie this year.
Fortnite was a big movie?
It's Minecraft, I think.
Minecraft. I'm sorry. Minecraft. Yeah, that's the one.
Lilo and Stitch was good. I saw it in the theater. The kids have made me watch it at least 8 times now.
No, you need to get your kids off of that and get them onto the good stuff.
They watched that, the cartoon, and the
live action.
There's like 3 animated sequels to the animated cartoon movie.
There's a TV show also. You got them on that?
Yes, I had to watch all of that.
Nice.
And then this week,
very discerning with the Grinch.
The Grinch, they enjoyed the Illumination one, but this week it's been all about Boss Baby Christmas.
No,
I think I ended up having to see it 6 or 7 times by the end.
Wes, at what point as a father do you dress in sackcloth and just sit in a pile of ashes and say, I have no sons? They're like, Boss Baby Christmas. And you're like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah. Wow. They thought, so we watched Gremlins for Christmas and they thought it was great. And I was like, I'm so proud of these kids. Even the 4-year-old held up to it, thought it was a whole lot of fun. I put on Gremlins 2 just to, be nice about it. And they come back, they're like, Gremlins 2 is better. I was like, what have I done?
Yes.
But even you acknowledged last week, Aaron, that Gremlins 2 is not better.
Well, Gremlins 1 is a superior movie.
Thank you.
Gremlins 2 is more fun.
Yeah, because it's a fucking SNL sketch of the Gremlins movie. It's a parody. It
did something different. It didn't do like I said, it did the typical thing that movies did in the 80s. It was like, what do we do for the sequel? I don't know. Go to New York, go to the big city. And then that's what they do. Home Alone, Babe, Pig in the City. It's like everybody goes to New York for their sequel.
Predator, Friday the 13th. Yeah,
King
there's a lot of
State
that.
would be the fourth one.
But they actually did something different with the tone and with the story, and they made it a completely different movie, and I appreciate that. And we rarely get that. We either get movies that are properties where the skin of the property is stretched around somebody's big bag of bullshit fan fiction, or we get absolute slop. So or something that's just exactly the same, only bigger by J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams would have done the exact same movie, only Kingston Falls would have been twice as big, and the gremlin at the end would have been 40 feet tall. That would have been JJ's big idea. So I appreciate a swing and, where they actually go, okay, what can we do to make this markedly different from the original, but still have the flavor of the original?
But did it have the flavor of the original? It wasn't scary.
Oh, that spider.
Other than the spider.
Scary. Mm-hmm.
But that was just because it was a spider. It wasn't because it was a gremlin.
Well, it was also the music, it's the tone, it's the shadows, it's everything about it. Like they really, went, and then you get the nice little nod to Phoebe Cates' story from the first one. That's so sad. Only this time, it's still sad, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, the best part is Hulk Hogan showing up, dude.
See, I find the Hulk Hogan, even as a kid, I found Hulk Hogan showing up cringe, and I liked Hulk Hogan, but I just thought that scene was cringe.
Everybody loves the Hulkster.
Well, do they? Not everybody. You see when he died on Twitter?
Well, those are crazy people. Do you want to be friends and associated with those people?
No, not at all. But
Dylan doesn't even like wrestling, and he likes the Hulkster, guaranteed.
Hulk Hogan's fine.
See,
yeah.
he was in the greatest movie of all times, No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred was a good film. I don't know why we're laughing about it. He was also in what is it, Rocky 2?
Oh yeah, 3. Rocky 3. Yeah, he was great as Thunder Lips.
Thunder Lips, absolutely fantastic.
The Ultimate Man versus the Ultimate Meatball.
Dude, you know what I found out this week, Aaron? Starting on January 1st, all the WWE stuff shows up on Raw here in the Philippines, so I can watch NXT, Raw, or on Netflix. I can watch NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and all the pay-per-views now.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna get a VPN and say
I did that exact thing, and I just say I'm in Canada.
Oh, well, I'm excited because now I get to watch it because I don't do VPNs. That sounds very complicated to me.
It's actually very
you
simple.
Just flip a switch.
It literally is. You just turn it on, turn it off. Once you find the there's like a whole list of them, depending on the country. Once you pick the one that you want to be on, you just hit on. And then when you're done, you turn it off. It's really no more complicated than that. And I have it set up so that it's actually only doing one of my one living room television. So
it's not hooked up to your router or anything? It's in your TV?
No, I have it directly in my router. I have it connected to my router, and then I picked only that MAC address to change it, to change the to connect route via VPN. But you can also do it manually. You can have it like Nord. I just have it so that I can also do it just with my laptop only.
You see, Wes, there are these things called apps, and they have little buttons that you push, and you can turn things on and you can turn things off, and you can make selections. Like right now, just from my my Spectrum, I can turn off my friend's TV, I can turn it back on, I can deny access. Anything.
Nobody should have that kind of power. I don't want anybody being able to turn my TV off. It's like we're getting to the money shot, then boom.
I'm like, oh, she's not, I'm trying to call her and she's not answering her phone. Let me turn off her TV. Then she'll call me to complain that the TV's off.
Exactly. I don't want that kind of I liked it better when there were no cell phones, and if I was in the house, you literally just didn't know where I was.
Oh, I've started leaving my cell phone sometimes, like just either turning it off or just leaving it at home if I'm making a short trip, because I don't want people being able to get me constantly.
Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone, I think, until 2005, and that was because the Air Force, maybe it was 2010, but the Air Force told me I had to get one because I was on call. Well, are you going to buy me the phone? They're like, no, everyone should have a phone now, or a cell phone now. That's bullshit.
He said, well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna carry a sandwich.
Well, no. I should have carried a sandwich, but that was better time. So with your recommendation, Aaron, I decided to listen to you, and I watched Fallout Season 1 this week.
What'd you think?
Fantastic cast.
Fun show.
Kind of a weird story.
Oh, super weird, but fun. But like I said, I don't come with any preconceived notion of what Fallout should be because I've never played the game. So
Yeah, me neither.
It was almost like
the show for what it was.
Wonderland, but in a post-apocalyptic setting where there's just randomness happening, and you take this inhaler and your foot will grow back.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, there's a lot of things that happen in it where I'm like, oh yeah, your foot will grow back, and I'm like, oh, it must be a game mechanic. It's just like in if you're watching a Resident Evil movie, and it's like, oh, I've been bit by a zombie. Let me eat this green herb. Oh, I'm all right.
Did you watch Fallout, Dylan?
Yeah, I've seen season 1. I've seen the first episode of season 2.
Is it true to the source material? Is it a good version of the game?
No, it's not like at all. I still can enjoy season 1 enough. Just there's some stuff at the end that was really stupid, but other than that, I liked season 1. Season 2, they're adapting New Vegas, which is what I played through, and I love New Vegas. It's really good, and they're really changing one of the core characters from that game, Mr. House. So I'm not a big fan of that.
I really like the dog. I think he might be the best character.
Dog's good.
Yeah. So what did they screw up at the end of season 1 that you disliked so much?
There's a lot of profit to be made in the end of the world is not how it happened in the games, and also is retarded because there's
it
not
is a stupid
profit
concept.
to be made.
Yeah.
Like there's profit to be made in selling it and like fear mongering about it, but actually dropping the bombs, there's not.
Yes.
It makes no sense. Like if they were just like fear mongering and getting everyone to buy all these, fallout shelters, like all right, that makes sense. If you're actually doing it, that makes no sense. It was really stupid.
Oh, remember Dylan in the Resident Evil movies where you get to the point where it's like the T virus dried up all the oceans, and you're like, what? How did it do that?
Yeah.
And then like Umbrella is still having meetings, and you're like, what is this company doing? What are they for? Like you were selling.
What are you selling?
That was your big plan. Like what? How is this profitable? What is the point of this?
It's like in Superman Returns when Lex Luthor's big plan is to use kryptonite to create an entire continent that's uninhabitable because he's going to sell the real estate. You're like, who the fuck are you going to sell it to? Nobody can live there. You can't even grow plants.
Also, your plan is to destroy the economy. So what?
Yeah.
What are you exchanging it for?
Your plan is to make people live on rocks. No soil, none whatsoever.
Radioactive.
Just radioactive crystals. You can't even dig a foundation.
Well,
and Superman can't save you if someone's trying to kill you.
You get the New Agers out there. Hey, it's all made of crystals, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a bunch of 35-year-old white chicks with, 2 cats and
I did
on their hands. Yeah.
In Fallout, Dylan, I did like when they had like the big meeting on what to do with the raiders that had murdered all their friends. You're like, well, we can't kill them or punish them. We're going to rehabilitate them. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good shot right there.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic. Yeah. I like the brother's storyline. He was interesting. I like that. Him trying to investigate everything, like what was going on with the dumb cousin. That was good.
What is going on with the dumb cousin?
Well, he's now in the new vault because his wife is one of the people from that one vault where everyone was cryo-frozen. Yeah, he was one of those people. So he's with that, and he's trying to like act aloof now, even though he knows he's also raising that kid that's not his because her husband died. So then he got assigned to her. Yeah, and so he's having to deal with that in episode 1 of season 2. He's like, this isn't even my kid. And they're like, we're gonna name it Hank Jr. or whatever his name is. He's like, but it's not even my son.
I liked
It's
the
the end of the world,
little
kid.
Justified reunion we got when they introduced the Ghoul.
Yeah.
'Cause, we had the guy, I can't remember the character's name, but the guy that had the barbecue place up in the hills that was
Yeah,
Mhm.
the money store guy that held the
Yeah,
girls for him.
him and Walton Goggins having that little like meetup. I was like, oh, it's a Justified reunion.
But they got a killer cast on that show. I will give them that. They spared no expense when it came to actors.
The cast is great, and for the most part, the effects and everything look pretty good. It's Jonathan Nolan, so I don't know if I really trust him because Westworld fell off a cliff.
But Person of Interest did not.
We'll see what he does with Fallout. So far, I don't have a whole lot of faith in where it's going.
So Westworld fell off a cliff after the first season?
Oh,
Yes,
totally.
Big time.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Nolan's fault. I think it was the Me Too thing because it started
And
off
the network.
about a show about sex robots. And now in season 2 and 3, it became about the oppressed sex robots and their victimization.
They
agents
were
of
going there with
robots.
season 1. Like they were heading you
They
there
go-
with
they
season 1.
went there.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was like a thing where he had to pivot because of Me Too.
I
No, I don't think he had
it
to
was.
pivot,
Yeah,
but I
the
think
victimization of
maybe it became more prominent because
the
in first one, it
depiction of
was a
victimization
slow-
of women on television in 2016, 2018 was verboten. I mean, it changed Game of Thrones tonally too. Seriously. I mean,
A lot more full frontal on dudes. I remember that. Come on,
That's
man.
every show now. There's
Yeah.
a lot more dicks and tits now. That's something. If you go back and watch older shows you watch now, there's a big change.
that's the chicken marketing's fault.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever lady did the thing to what was it? The old school, the Cracker Barrel. She probably did that to all the shows too. Ruined everything.
the same lady.
Yeah,
Probably,
Yeah,
lady.
because I
Cracker
walked into
Barrel
I
lady.
walked into Cracker Barrel and I was like, I've never been here, but I don't remember hearing that there were so many dicks everywhere.
Like, I mean, I think Me Too totally derailed Game of Thrones. I mean, I think there was something really sinister
I
brewing with
think
Sansa.
running out of books and having two idiots that wanted to
I
run
mean,
to their Star Wars movies is what
this is-
ruined it.
I mean, I think it like, had a big impact on the books too. I know, I get it, but like, I look at Sansa Stark as a character, and she always had this like high collared. She was always covered up, kind of like Carol Danvers level of cover up. And you have this beautiful young actress, and she's she never shows it off. And I think there was like a drop story beat. I think Ramsey really did a job on her. You know what I mean? And that was why she had to cover up. But you can't show the victimization of women on television like that anymore. That was a huge
Well,
part.
if you want, you can read the book. It's pretty explicit.
Oh yeah,
Although it's
that's
not
it.
her,
Yeah.
it's her like body double
Mhm.
in the
I was-
book.
I was
Been a
pretty
while.
happy. I was pretty happy with how she took Ramsey out though.
Yeah,
That was
that was-
fantastic.
Dogs, yeah.
he was a good bad guy. He was a great bad guy. Ramsey was.
And then he
Completely
parlayed all that
despicable.
success into playing Maximus the Mad in the very well-regarded Inhumans TV show.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
That was the thing that happened, and we all let it happen.
The one dude that played the eunuch, or I guess the second eunuch that used to be one of the Stark brothers, he was raised with them. He was the bad guy in John Wick.
Yeah,
Leon
Leon
Greyjoy.
Greyjoy, yeah.
And
Mhm.
speaking of cinematic tour de forces, he was in Shane Black's The Predator, which, as it turned out, Shane Black brought a real predator on set.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the movie where autism is a superpower. The predators are hunting it.
Yeah, the predators want to introduce autism.
And
to,
Shane Black.
Wasn't-
The
Wasn't
next
there
step
a-
of human evolution is retardation.
What wasn't there a Bruce Willis movie where he had there was like a kid with autism that had broken all the codes of the CIA or something?
yeah, it's like they kind of like, it seems that they confuse autism with Asperger's a lot of the time, or like high functioning, like, because there's like different things. But like Hollywood just does like this blanket thing, like the kid has autism, so he's clearly
He
the
must
next
love
step in
numbers.
human. Yeah, it's like, no, he just likes trains. He's just
Yeah.
super obsessed with trains. It's not every, like it's kind of like autism is the computer hacking. Is what computer hacking
Mercury
was in the
Rising.
80s.
That is correct. Good job.
Yeah, where everybody does the it's like, oh, I'm in. Let me hack into the street lights in like the 1980s. We can do this and do that.
Did you ever see the movie Hackers?
Yes,
Yes.
I saw
Oh,
it in
yeah.
theaters.
Where like They didn't know
And
how
you
to
saw
portray
Angelina
things happening in software, so it was like, I'm going to introduce my,
Avatar.
no digital like sickness or whatever virus, and it's like Pac-Man just eating code.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
how do
but
you
you got-
how do you make hacking visually interesting? You know, it's
You
like,
don't. because most of like I've seen the best thing is whenever you have the hacking movies and TV shows where the hacking scene happens, if it was portrayed originally, and it's like some dude making a phone call, and then he just types a couple of things in, and then he goes, all right, now when does it happen? I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, I don't fuck if I know. Whenever they trigger this, or whenever somebody accidentally clicks this button in the malware we put in here.
Yeah. So Sparrow, what's the better hacking movie? Is it Hackers or The Net with Sandy B?
Oh, I think that if you want to see some movies about hacking, you need to watch some Neil Breen films. That is the creme de la creme. We're on the verge of mind hacking. That's a line from one of his films.
It's definitely Hackers, just because you get to see Angelina Jolie's tits.
She does get naked. Very true.
Yeah,
You don't get to see you only get to see Sandra
Fair enough.
Bullock's tits in Demolition Man.
Do
Okay.
you really? I
No.
don't remember that.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
You
you
get
do.
side, but no.
Nope, you
I
get
know that
full on.
File on your
You get Mr.
Go
Skin.
rewatch.
Doc is Mr. Skin.
I just
Go-
rewatched Demolition
go-
Man this year.
Go
Is it Taco
rewatch
Bell?
It's during the quote unquote sex scene.
Uh-huh.
It's full on. You get to see Nip,
Cool.
like
Yeah.
straight, and her face. It's there.
Welcome to Booby Aficionados, everybody.
Yeah.
Boobies aficionados. And did you know
We
if you
should
pause-
never ever even flirt with a topic like this because Doc will take over the show.
Oh,
We will
my
never
gosh.
come back to cover
Well,
it.
he is the most knowledgeable.
hold my beer. I mean, we get to see Anne Hathaway topless, I think, at minute 45 of Brokeback Mountain. And I'm like, oh
What
my
is
god,
it?
this
Wait,
movie
so-
is worth it.
What was
Can
Isn't
I?
there a Seth Rogen
Love
movie
her.
where he's developing that website or something?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
that-
it's or
Mr.
like some nudie website. Yeah, it's is it Zach?
I think it's Knocked Up.
Porno? Is that? Oh, it's Knocked Up. Yeah, that's right.
Because that's like him and his buddy's roommate's job or whatever when he gets a girl pregnant or whatever.
Yeah, I can't wait for Seth Rogen to take on the Muppets. So excited about that.
Ooh.
First guest Sabrina Carpenter. Can't wait for her and Miss Piggy to sing a song together about how they get wet when they think of you.
No, there's
How
Rainbow
do we get
Connection
back to
2027.
someplace that isn't this?
Okay,
That's
I will
the big
say
question.
I will say that Hackers is the better film.
Oh, there we go. That's straight
It's
answer.
more,
Actually,
it's
the-
more interesting, and Fisher Stevens is in it. And I always
The best one is still Swordfish, because one, you get Halle Berry's tits, and two, you get Travolta.
Do we
just
consider?
fucking
Well, I guess
eating scenery.
wait. What is Travolta's best wig? Let's have that discussion.
I think it's Swordfish. He has, like,
Swordfish
the-
is a really, really good movie. I do enjoy that one. It's probably the best thing Heath Ledger ever did outside of obviously Wolverine, besides the Rock'em
mean
Sock'em
Hugh
Robot he
Jackman?
did.
And 10
Hugh
things I
Jackman,
hate about you. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like Heath Ledger.
I didn't mean Heath Ledger.
Prisoners is great. Hugh Jackman's amazing in Prisoners.
Yeah, but it's got nothing on Real Steel. Like
It's
don't
so
fool
much better than
yourself.
Real Steel.
No, Real Steel.
Real Steel sucks.
Real Steel is over the top, but with fucking Transformers. It's amazing. Like let's
Real Steel is
not.
not a good movie.
For those in the chat that don't know and who are Norm Macdonald fans, the Over the Top is the movie that combines all of the drama of a child custody battle with arm wrestling.
And the life of
It's
the independent
amazing.
trucker. Please.
Yes.
What about War
Prisoners
Games?
is not
Have you ever
better than
seen-
Real Steel. No way.
Yes, it
Or
is.
Swordfish.
Have you guys ever seen the clip where they combine Sylvester Stallone letting his kid drive his big rig in Over the Top with the scene of the kid going across the street in Pet Cemetery? So they make Sylvester Stallone's trucker. The kid is the one who ran over
Wow.
Gage. I think
I
the
can
kid's
see
name is
that.
Gage.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't see that in my mind's eye now.
Over the Top is Kramer versus Kramer with arm wrestling.
With
That
arm wrestling.
is, yes,
You have to say it
it's
like
an
that.
amazing movie.
And a Sammy Hagar song.
Yeah. Remember
Where
when
did they
that great
go?
80s, whenever there's a big moment, you get this montage of them going across the country and you get this amazing power ballad to accompany it?
Yeah, with lots of scenes of
Yes.
him slamming people's arms down in the various arm
Yes.
wrestling tournaments across the country.
Turning his hat around.
Over the Top has Terry Funk.
Yes, it does.
So what's
Also,
the better Terry Funk movie, Over the Top or Roadhouse?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
no
Roadhouse
doubt.
is good.
Yeah. Plus, he's got that great line that I won't repeat here because I think that the show's gone off the rails enough, but it involves a dump truck.
Yeah.
By the way, did you guys know Over the Top had an action figure line in the 80s?
What?
Yes, there was an action figure line for Over the Top. So you could buy the various arm wrestlers and put them together at the arm wrestling table. And if you wanted to, they were about the, if I recall, they were about the same size and same construction as the Karate Kid figures.
Uh-huh.
So you could have Daniel-san fight Sylvester Stallone.
Were they brilliant reuses of the Rambo molds, would you say? Okay.
No, these were all original sculpts.
Okay.
Right, Sully, they spared no expense.
I feel so bad for Dylan. He missed the golden age of film. Now he has to go back and
He can go back.
yeah, but he can't see it in the theater.
Aw.
Oh, Dylan, if only you could watch the old 80s films. Unfortunately, the radiation storms of the early
Yeah,
90s
no,
erased all the
Play around all you want, you jerk. But he's never going to get to see Mac and Me at the drive-in, man. That's an
Aw.
experience what everybody deserves.
Certainly an experience. I like when
Mac
the
and Me
movie
was
is thought
amazing.
to be a 3-minute McDonald's commercial.
Well, they had been so successful with E.T. and Reese's Pieces that they needed more synergy with foods.
Oh my god.
Sully
Okay,
you like Mac and Me, right, Sully?
See, I was more of an ET kind of person. ET
Well,
scared the
everybody
shit out
was.
of me too. I mean, I just like the Reese's Pieces thing. What was that? The Mac and Me candy
No,
time?
Mac and Me is McDonald's. Reese's
Okay.
Pieces is E.T.
Is-
That's
okay.
how he draws
It-
them into
it-
the house.
Aren't there M&Ms in Mac and Me because they passed on ET and then
Yeah, there was
Reese's
some kind
Pieces like started out selling them because of that movie,
yeah,
and then they
there
were
was-
upset, so then they were like, "Okay, we'll back this other one," and it was
we need
Mac
some
and
corporate
Me.
tie-ins here.
Yeah. Tommy, you like Mac and Me, right? You're good people.
Oh my
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. You guys are amazing remembering all the details of movies you saw 30 years ago, man.
Uh-huh.
I remember the titles. I
30
remember-
years. We
watched Mac
watched
and
them
Me
last
yesterday.
week.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm still watching this stuff.
I haven't seen any of these movies for so long, man.
But you saw a
I
movie
love-
on a drive-through
I
or
love the
drive-in,
hack
right?
we were on, and the off ramps are just crazy, man.
You seen a movie in a drive-in, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was conceived at one.
Actually, I
That's,
saw
that's the
E.T.
legend.
We saw
I know,
E.T.
Wes is gonna sit here and disparage Gremlins 2 and then go on a tear recommending Mac and Me.
I remember seeing James Bond 007 Octopussy at the drive-in movie theater. I remember seeing Ninja 3
I saw Ice Pirates.
nominations. Ice Pirates, yes.
It's such a brilliant film, dude. They
Oh,
could
I
never
knew
remake
that.
that today. It's just it's too offensive.
It's too good.
Now, Dylan, you can't watch the Ice Pirates because it
You
no
can't see
longer- the data tapes are gone, Dylan.
Oh
So-
no.
What we will do is we'll get together and we'll sit around the campfire.
Retell
Wes
it.
and I will regale you with the story of the Ice Pirates.
All I can see is the fucking rip of some DVD that they put out in like 1997 and they never did again. You'll never get to see it in its full glory and what it's supposed to be like watching
What?
Ice Pirates.
It's
Why
on
is
Prime
driving?
Video. You can rent it right now.
Really?
Exactly.
Ultra 4K too?
And you can't see it in theater, dude.
on his 85-inch TV. He could watch it.
It's not the same,
Is there a
guys.
Steelbook remaster from Shout Studios and Shout Factory? I
He's
love those guys, by the way.
Shout does do good work, but it looks like it's just there's a Blu-ray, so
Shout is great.
and
work.
there's no shortage of copies. It's not like one of those hard ones to get. It's $15.
It should be. That's an amazing film.
Horatio Mantooth mentioned Hamburger the movie. I forgot that was a thing.
Ooh.
Hey, was that an alien?
No, I remember that. I don't remember.
I remember the name, but I don't remember what it
the title.
is.
What is it? Like, see, now I gotta know because I remember that was a thing.
It's a teen sex comedy. Oh, so it was like Meatballs.
But they were why were they all like
teen
teeth
sex
teeth.
farces. That's great.
Yeah. Without that, there's no American Pie, Dylan.
I love those
So
movies. Like
you should be
like
thanking
Private School,
Hamburger,
oh,
the movie.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
She got topless in
Everybody
Fast
loves
Times and wouldn't take it off again, but you can see right through her negligee at the Act 3 love scene
Okay.
with Matthew Modine.
The Perv Aficionados is already that segment's completed, Sully.
You know, because I love Phoebe Cates so much from Gremlins. I have never seen Fast Times, and I refuse to see it because I don't want to I don't want to take away from the purity of my love for Phoebe Cates.
I like that someone clearly just jumped in the stream and thinks we're on topic. It's like, I think Ghost Machine was the best in 2021.
It's a good opinion.
Yeah, it's just we've been way off that.
All right, let's
See
hear
the
from
morning intro, yo.
Wait, Mark said he's taking his kids to see Gremlins 2 at the theater tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, they
Beautiful.
replay classics all the time in theaters.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the Alamo Draft House. Although I think they might have almost went out of business. Jagger 2, aka Shenanigans, say his name when he appears. Doc, we believe in Doc. Well, you say that, but Doc is out choking out a heater right now.
That's
We believe in the doctor.
He's in flavor country.
Yeah, but we already had Doc for a while. And then he says the Absolute Batman series is okay, but the hot figure toy is I'm assuming that's smiley face, so it's good.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
For
Is it like
$400,
a
it's
1/6
good.
scale of Absolute Batman?
So is it like 14, 15 inches tall?
And that's like a
12 inches?
standard, 12 inches.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, because it's Absolute Batman, it probably is like
That's what I'm saying. It should be
Yeah.
like 14 or 15 inches tall because he's so enormous.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
and you got to be able to take his chest symbol off and turn it into a working
Into it.
X.
Yeah.
A tiny working X that you can use at home.
$385.
And there's a weird moment in this week's Absolute Wonder Woman where
Uh-huh.
they're having the first thing and then she gets turned into some type of like monster golem thing.
Yeah.
And as Batman is saying to her, Diana, I know that's not you in there. He's actually pulling his axe and trying to hack her leg off at the same time. It's like,
Mhm.
you might be
That-
saying you think she's all right, but you're trying to kill her at the same time.
That fits Absolute Batman perfectly, though. Just instantly
The
taking the
world's
axe and
biggest
going.
Dipshit.
No, that's for breaking.
It's not you.
That's for breaking down doors and stuff. It's not for use as a weapon against people.
What do you think, Dylan? What's your thoughts on Absolute Batman for 2025?
I think it's really good. Other than the Joker issue, I liked most of Absolute Batman this year. I didn't think the Joker issue was very good, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. Especially when they were building up there when he was in Arkham. I was started getting really
That stuff
interested in
was
the
pretty
plot
nuts.
because at first it was mainly just like everything's so insane, it's fun, and then once we got to the Arkham stuff, it was like, all right, now I'm actually interested in the plot and what's going on. Like, there's an interesting story being told here. Then I like the climax with Bane. Yeah, I really enjoyed Absolute Batman.
I think it's a fun book. I don't think that the story is amazeballs or anything, but there's a lot of enjoyment. I think the art is really good. And now they're having really good fill-in artists. You know, you're getting Clay Mann, you're getting Eric Canetti coming up. We just had Jock. So they're doing a much better job on that too.
Yeah, definitely. Ever since that first one where it was like, this is the worst Absolute Batman issue because you had that random fill-in artist that
I'd never heard of Gabriel Hernandez Walker before that issue, but I'll never forget that name again. It was so bad. Like, what is this doing here? So also from Shenanigans, Ultimate Endgame is here. What's the panel's expectations for the series? Is the Ultimate line going to be viewed as a failure if they don't stick the end?
I think the line's a failure already.
I checked out in a way. Yeah, I'm still on the hook for Ultimate Spider-Man number 24. I'd like to see how Ultimate Black Panther lands because that for me that's been my favorite Ultimate title. But I couldn't care less about the beautiful Ultimate X-Men. It's a wonderful looking book, but it's like I have my problems with it. And
it should be called Ultra Misandry.
Yeah,
Dylan,
Ultimate
Sully?
Misandrists. I know, huh? And Dennis Camp's Ultimates. I mean, passing the torch to him is like, oh man.
I have zero expectations for Ultimate Endgame. I
Mhm.
assume that's going to be bad. So if it's just pretty
Yeah.
decent or even good, it will exceed all of my expectations because of the creative team on it.
See,
Right.
you're gonna end up with at the end. There's gonna be a big twist in Ultimate X-Men that all the girls actually used to be dudes.
Like the Cyclops character.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're all trans.
What do you know about Cyclops is in Ultimate Wolverine and he's in the belly of a sentinel.
Yeah. But there's a Cyclops character that has a force beam from her eye in Ultimate X-Men. I've read every single one of them. I just haven't bought one since issue 4, since I figured out it's inherent misandry. You know?
And then it's not X-Men.
Do you guys
Dylan,
remember?
You're reading Ultimate Wolverine. Are you going to get into Ultimate Endgame?
No, I like Ultimate Wolverine, but I do not care about Ultimate Endgame. Is it Denise Camp doing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm definitely not reading it. I read 2 issues of the Ultimates, and that was too much for me.
I feel like I talked over you there for a second, Aaron. I want to give you my deepest apologies, and you have the floor.
No, I was gonna. Now that I think about it, I was gonna take us off topic again, and I should not do that.
No, we don't need Ultimate or Comics Aficionado preverts coming back.
No, it wasn't that. It was just I was thinking about like X-Men and the X-Men events and everything that we've gone through as X-Men fans, and it just occurred to me. Do you guys remember when Vita Ayala was listing on Twitter all of the X characters that she'd created? And I can't remember a single one of them, and I don't think any of them exist anymore.
It must have been all from that Children of the Atom book, huh?
Well, it was like this character, and like every character was like, this character is really into Reddit, and this character is really, but it was just like everything was just like it's a different version of the same flavor.
They were basically just that internet gas character over and over again.
Yeah.
So back on topic, Tommy, are you going to read Ultimate Endgame? It's a big event,
I don't
right?
think so. No.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately. I read Ultimate Spider-Man. I really liked it for about 11 issues, and then I think I dropped after that just because there wasn't much Spider-Man. So I know some of the issues I've heard have been really good, but yeah, I lost interest. That was my attempt at reading more Marvel. Infernal Hulk is really one of the probably only things. And then what Jimmy Palmiotti's doing with the Punisher and the Punisher and Daredevil have been really good. So I've been reading those. I don't know.
You should read Spider-Man and Wolverine, dude.
Yeah, I might pick that up. I know you've said that's pretty good, but I've always been more of a DC guy anyways. But when I tried, it wasn't for me. That's all.
Callum says, I gave up on mystery box television since Lost, but in Friday Night Tights, Epic Mike said they saved the day by the power of the gay. I assume this is a callback to Stranger Things.
Yeah, except for they didn't actually do anything.
Well, I saw the Duffer Brothers doing an interview and said, this is the pivotal moment of the whole season. And I was like, really?
They all hugged him and said, we'll never give up on you.
Oh, you know what?
We're sending you to conversion therapy. We'll never give up on you.
It's in 1987.
Do that.
He's going to fuck Vecna away.
Well,
that's all it is.
If you get into it, there's a whole subtext that I think that like they don't even realize that they did, where it actually seems like Vecna groomed Will, and now this is it's like there's a whole lot of like stuff going on that I don't think is intended, or that doesn't speak very well of how they've executed this.
Hey, he molested him as a child. No.
All right, let's move on. Cal, this might be untrue, but they might remake 300, and the bald thing from Wicked might be the Persian King because Hollywood doesn't know what a woman is.
I think that's untrue. I think that's just people being,
Yeah, I think you're being trolled.
The obvious visual connection between her look and Xerxes in 300.
Yeah, but that's not what Xerxes really looked like. He really wasn't 10 feet tall or whatever that character was. But I have no doubt that they will remake 300 soon.
That was too masculine.
Well, yeah, they'll masculine it down.
Emasculate it.
Yeah, all the warriors will be women. And all the dudes.
Oh, that's what we need. We need the didn't we already get that with the Woman King?
I think it's funny because the best parts of 300 for me was all Lena Headey. It was like, come back with your shield or on it. Or like when he gets called for his duty, he looks at her and she gives that little head nod. And I'm like she yeah, she's in charge here.
I just like it when she said only Spartan women will know what it's like to give birth to real men.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good line. But otherwise, my favorite part was the end credits. When you go, and I can't believe everyone told me this was good. It was all right.
It was
probably the most overrated movie of
the comic, but it was like, I don't know. There were some departures there was like a guy, like a mutant guy with big sword hands at one point. Yes. And I was like, what is happening?
I'm a big fan of history, so I wasn't a big fan of the comic to begin with, and I didn't particularly appreciate the movie either. So I'm obviously an oddity because everybody seems to love that. You love that one, Tommy? When they kick the dude in the big well?
Nah, it wasn't for me.
Okay, so I finally found my kindred spirit that also doesn't like 300.
Yeah. It was all right.
I always feel like I'm the only one. Horatio Mantooth. Hi, Wes. Say you ran Marvel Comics. Who would you remove and which people replace it with? Total control, like Jim Shooter's 80s. So I don't have time for that. That is a 2.5-hour podcast.
I was going to say that.
Oh, my goodness.
But basically, I would just
fire one person for us.
I wipe out the leadership and I hire. I do everything I can to bring in Robert Kirkman to be the new EIC. I bring Dan Jurgens to run the Spider-Man line. I bring in Walton Weezy to run the Avengers line. I open up the dump truck for Scott Lobdell to run the X-Men line. And who's going to do all others? Who's another writer out there? You know what? I'm bringing Ralph Macchio back just because he has a great name.
Let's bring back Warren Ellis, please.
No, I'm not bringing back Warren Ellis to do all the other books. They become weird Warren Ellis books.
Love Warren.
He's good at what he does. Everybody else sucks at it. I don't want him to write the
bring
books.
him in.
Why don't
I'm
you
talking about the editorial staff.
Oh.
Why don't you bring back Jim Salicrup? He's a nice guy. He did good work.
I'm bringing back Ralph Macchio because he reminds me of the Karate Kid. But I think that would do it. You would have a great line, and I'd make them all work together and talk and stuff like that. And Kirkman knows what people want.
I'd put Chuck Dixon over Marvel Knights.
Marvel Knights? Why would we bring back Marvel Knights? It's a dead franchise.
No, you got the Punisher, you got Moon Knight, you've got all the street level heroes. Bring back Chuck to oversee that. Daredevil, all of that.
Man. Doc, you're a new member of the channel?
I am.
Well, awesome, dude. Congratulations. That's awesome.
And
you gifted 50 Thinking Critical memberships.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
That's a lot of memberships, dude.
Merry fucking Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Docmas. Definitely check your emails. I guess you have to accept it or something like that. But
well, I think I was seeing in the chat like they were just getting accepted. So
yeah. They must have got the notifications, but it just randomly picks 50 people.
It's incredible.
Very, very cool. Thanks a lot, dude. That's awesome. It's a Christmas miracle. Doc's tried to make up for all the negativity the last year.
Doca Claus.
He makes
I
one
kind of look
huge
like
positive
Santa
effort.
normally.
Galb says, I learned this year that calling someone boring is more insulting than name calling in Western cartoons are made for virgin snipers. I think he means shippers who masturbate. Well, thank you very much.
Snipers
I like that
like an odd call out.
I like that Callum knows how to avoid getting, flagged by the algorithm and having then I have to manually approve him.
I can't say hi to HH German without having my comments blocked because it's if you put HH too close together, it really presumes that you're talking about something else. This happens like every week when Sigma Comics shows up, and I'm like HH. I have to put like 5 spaces in between my H's.
So Sparrow, you are a creative person, Sparrow.
Sure.
Would you rather be called boring when it comes to your storytelling, or would you rather be called a cotton-headed ninny muggins?
Or a virgin sniper?
Or a virgin sniper.
Wow. Well, I certainly have never written anything that's boring. So I'll take cotton-headed ninny muggins.
So but someone's calling you boring. That's very hurtful if you're a creator, right?
Well, only if they're like they have an opinion that I care about, because I don't know what they're coming with. I don't know what their tastes are. I don't know, if it's somebody.
Maybe he's saying it. He called someone boring, and they said that was more insulting than name calling. Does it matter? Does it depend on the name calling, or does boring not offend anybody?
I'm Gen X, man. You can't even hurt my feelings.
Oh, wait, you have feelings?
No, they're all. Listen,
they've all been repressed.
My heart is like a black twisted thing held together with baling wire and duct tape, and deep in the middle, a pilot light still lightly flickers. That's so you got to penetrate all that to even hurt my feelings. Like I get called stuff online all the time. Have you seen my Twitter? Like
It's a dumpster fire. I love your Twitter, Aaron. Keep going.
Yeah,
I encourage you.
It's absolutely a dumpster fire. I'm just there to entertain.
What if I
and
said
to
your
piss
Twitter
people
feed
off.
was boring, Aaron?
Well, I know that's not
Just
true.
like your nachos.
Whoa, okay, now nachos.
Wow.
Exactly, dude.
Oh,
Full court press on that. But Western cartoons are definitely made for version shippers.
Yeah.
They have been for some time.
Well, anything that you see, like what they call the Cal Art style, anything you see in that, you're like, oh, that's for a bunch of lonely shippers.
Any cartoon you see on Netflix that's a Netflix original is not appropriate for your 4-year-old. I can tell you that. Something weird's going to happen.
What about when the sequel to K-pop Demon Hunters comes out? That's going to be.
They didn't make that movie. Sony did, and hopefully Sony makes the next one. Otherwise, we're going to see Zoe come out as gay.
Yeah,
it'll be a pivotal moment of the movie.
It'll be the crescendo of everything they've been building.
Yeah, they've been building to this for years.
For 5 years, yeah. You'll see all the setups and the payoff.
Koichi Oki, DC has stayed the absolute line and sold 13 million units this year. Do you buy this? How many of those were actually sold through instead of selling? No, I don't believe that because I think the number they said was 8 million.
8.2.
8.2 on your.
And it was for the
report.
life of Absolute Universe, which started last, like
It's
2024.
all titles combined, right?
Yes,
Right. Yeah.
for the entire like year and a half that it's been out. So
Including, like, all the printings of Absolute Batman, or they like on 10 now.
yeah, or something like that.
Ka-ching.
Perhaps they have. I mean, I know that they do very well on their exclusive covers. A lot of comic book shops go in on those because they're very highly desirable. Like how many of those are actually sold, and how many people are trying to get ratio variants and stuff like that. And it all comes into the equation, but it's good for DC.
How many people are actually reading the book?
I read it.
Will this be Youngblood in 10 years where you can pick it up for a couple of bucks because the hype is gone and the speculation's gone? I mean, this is being driven by a speculator market with all these covers and everything, and
Yeah, but people are actually talking about Absolute Batman.
that's true.
They are.
They're actually talking about the Absolute Universe, Batman at the height, and then
Yeah.
lower
So
down. Nobody.
I
Really
think
seems to be
that
talking about
the
Absolute
reading rate
Superman.
is pretty good on it for people to pick it up.
Nobody's
I also
talking about
think
Absolute
there's a younger reader rate reading too.
Uh-huh.
There's a younger group of comic book fans that are reading this title as opposed to a lot of other titles. It's brought in a lot of manga folks. At least talking to my comic book shop, I do think this title has brought in some new readers, and it's been good for the comic book stores. I can tell you that. And they're lower print runs, whereas in the 90s you had in the millions. I do think that having 10 different covers, even though that's ridiculous, they've all sold out of my comic shops.
Yeah, but the reason that they're doing it is because they're selling that cover to the exact same person over and over again because they're putting a new cover on it every time.
I do think others who missed that first round, though, maybe not.
Yeah, a few of them, but for the most part,
Yeah,
the same people. are buying it.
I'd say 9 out of 10 of those reprints are going into the collection of somebody that bought the previous reprint and the previous and the previous.
The good news is there are people out there that like it so much and they value it so much that they want to keep buying the same comic book over and over.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not a sustainable model.
Well, I never said that it was, but it's
Yeah.
it's good for DC. It's good for shops.
One of my first jobs was in a comic shop, and it was during the it's like I was a teenager working in a comic shop, and it was during the 90s image boom, where shops just bought a ton of whatever Image was putting out. And I just remember being in the stock room and just looking at boxes and boxes of Tribe.
Yep. Oh God, that book was so fucking terrible too.
Sounds like fun.
Larry
Koichi
Stroman.
says-
Yep.
Koichi says, last show of the year. Happy New Year's, guys. Well, Happy New Year's to you.
Happy
buddy.
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year's, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, to whatever the Happy Winter Solstice. It's a holy time of year, dude.
Just like everybody on Twitter. The white guy just wished everybody happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was it.
Yep.
If you pay attention to Aaron Sparrow on Twitter, he's got this like great response to every politician who wished us all a happy Kwanzaa, and it was really funny.
Yeah. Calm. This is for Aaron. Why do you think shippers especially sympathize with toxic relationships and demons and want to have relations with them?
I mean, these are all shut-ins, basically. These people don't have, for the most part, they just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what their psychology is, and I really don't want to understand it. But I've never seen anybody who's into any of this stuff and anybody who's like yelling at creators for not honoring their ship that is a well-adjusted, attractive person that can go out and have social relationships. I think everybody's pretty much like a weird shut-in.
I think it's part of the feminine mystique. I can change him.
You think it's all Minotaur milking farm? You think that's what it is?
In Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey, that was like, I can change him.
Well, there is that whole subset too, like the Outland. I think it's called Outlander or something. You know, like those books and those TV shows are very popular, and they're very much like as far as I've been told, there's a lot.
Oh, that's where the dude goes back in time and like starts a relationship in Scotland.
No, I think the woman goes
girl,
whatever it is.
Yeah, but there's like, but there's a lot of like essay in those books, but it's like,
oh yeah,
they're kind of like,
it's acceptable kind.
They're kind of into it, like, you know, the readership's kind of into it, and it's like, ooh.
Well, I've never watched the show because it sounded pretty bad, so I'm glad I did then.
No, it's not for you, Wes. Trust me.
It's not for you.
I don't think Fallout was for me, but I kind of like there's something there to enjoy.
Is there shooting?
Yeah.
Does stuff blow up?
A lot of it.
Then it's for you. Because that's
no, I think it's for video gamers like the Dylan guy.
No, I don't think so, because it doesn't follow the game. So Dylan watches it and he's like, that's not right.
Yeah. Anyone who played New Vegas is not gonna like this new season of Fallout.
You can tell that off of one show or one episode?
Yes. Because they've radically changed House so much, and everything that they've teased and the stuff I've seen with Caesar, yeah, they've changed a lot.
But you're gonna watch it anyway?
Yeah, I'll watch it. There's like nothing else I'm really watching right now.
Nothing else going on?
Yeah.
Dylan, let me ask
you. Dude, you should be watching Landman, dude.
I heard Landman is good, but
so
it's not good. It's amazing.
But with Tyler, with his type of shows, like there's only so much I can take, because I like was it Tyler Sheridan? What's his name? The dude that
Taylor Sheridan.
There it is, Taylor Sheridan. Yeah, like I like his movies better, but his shows like start out good, and I find out they lose their way pretty quickly.
Lawman Bass Reeves is pretty good. I enjoyed that.
So far we're halfway through season 2, and doesn't seem like it's losing its direction.
First comment I see is Landman is whack and boring.
He's trolling you, dude. He doesn't want you to discover what an amazing show it is.
So fucking fun.
I like Billy Bob Thornton, but man, I just still feel burned by man, what was the
Yellowstone?
The one with Sam Elliott, because it was really good at first, and then like halfway through it loses its way, and then it gets really dumb. Some really stupid shit happens. But I because 1877 I think might have been what it was called. It was really good. It was one of the Yellowstone spinoffs, and yeah, and then it lost its way and it fell apart.
Wow, I think that you should check out Landman, dude. That thing's freaking hot.
I might. Was that on Paramount? What's that on?
That one's on Paramount, yeah.
Well, I'm going to be getting that soon because of UFC, so.
Exactly. You can watch that. You can watch Tulsa King, all the Yellowstones.
What is going on with YouTube? I just had to approve a comment that was simply 1923. That was all the guy said.
Yeah, that's the other spinoff.
Yeah. YouTube does weird stuff. I can't control it. Then he says, I think the Odyssey is going to divide, and Ellen Page is in it, so yeah.
We'll see.
I haven't seen the trailer yet. Is it cool?
I like the trailer. It wasn't like it didn't blow my mind or nothing, but it's like it's Nolan. He generally makes good movies, so I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, the trailer's not super interesting. It's just kind of there. It's like, you want to see guys rowing? There you go. You want to see a shadow of like a Cyclops? There it is.
Did you see there's a dude that said Landman's awesome?
I see Decrepit saying Landman is real lame. Not gonna lie, the plot is weak. Mostly him arguing with his family. I don't know, man.
Well, his son is stupid. It's the exact same kid from Yellowstone. Basically, it's the same character. Other than that, it's great.
Oh, that is something I heard. I just saw someone say, "No way that hot Latina chick would get that nerd." I have heard, because there's a podcast I listen to. I heard a guy that watches Landman complain about it, talk about that plot being really dumb.
But the star of the show is Billy Bob Thornton, and him just dealing with all these morons.
All right, I'll watch Landman. Have you watched the Fargo show?
No.
Watch season 1 of Fargo, because it's like True Detective, where it's different every season. Watch season 1 if you like Billy Bob Thornton. I think that's
what?
his greatest role ever.
But
is
I like
Fargo.
the Fargo movie.
I love the movie.
It's nothing. I like it even better than the movie. I think season 1 and 2, I should say. You don't need to watch anything past that. The first 2 seasons of Fargo are great, especially season 1. You should watch season 1 of Fargo. And again, it's not connected, so you don't have to like watch it all. Doesn't really matter. But watch season 1. Season 1 of Fargo is so good.
Can't be better than season 1 of True Detective.
It's up there. I won't argue it's better because season 1 of True Detective is incredible. But
It might be
they're
the
on the
best
same
season
level.
of television ever.
It's definitely up there. But season 1 of Fargo is so good, and Billy Bob Thornton is, oh my goodness, he's so good as that character in that show. And you also got what's his name that played Bilbo in The Hobbit? Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the he goes through some stuff in that show.
Isn't Ewan
Who's the
McGregor in it?
pregnant sheriff lady?
It's not the movie.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does. Watch the show.
It's like an alternate universe.
No, it's just
Then-
another
It's
story.
like a multiversal version of Fargo.
Yeah.
No, it's just another
like a-
story.
A dude whose wife's pregnant that's a sheriff.
It's just another story.
Well, I saw the first episode, and it seemed to like it had the same vibe. It felt like there was a divergence between the show and the TV show. I mean, the movie and the show, like in that first episode. And so I kind of like, this is like some just like adaptation, therefore an alternate kind of
It
universe.
basically has nothing to do with Fargo. It just has the name and it's in that part of the country. And
Fargo
and
is
it has,
based
like, a
on a
similar
true story,
tone.
right?
oh yeah, they say that at the beginning of every episode too. They tell you they're like, this is based on a true story. Yeah.
Well, the movie is. I don't know. It sounds like the
Mm-hmm.
TV show is like some type of like. Doc gets into the string theory, like the multiple universes of everybody type thing.
But you should watch Fargo.
Do they do a mirror universe? Does like the evil, like and good Billy Bob?
But there are twins. I mean, Ewan McGregor plays twins. I hear that's
Yeah,
a
in season
really juicy
3.
role.
Yeah. I need to finish season 3 because that was when that was going on like right before I moved out from Florida to Seattle. So like I watched the first couple episodes and fell off because of that. I need to go back and watch that.
Callum says Fargo was weird. No one in that town swears, and they talk like cartoon yokels.
Yeah,
Wow.
no one swears in the Midwest. Hey, that's right.
They call it
They all
Minnesota
censor
nice.
themselves. I have 2 friends from Minnesota that I talk to all the time, and yeah, that's right. They never ever say a swear word. Very
I'm from
clean
Midwest. I
people.
don't swear ever.
That was the theme of the movie. It was called Minnesota Nice, and about that, like that was in the movie. Oh yeah, even the hookers, yeah, the little guy, yeah, and the Marlboro man, yeah.
My friends from Minnesota swear all the time. I've like constantly. If you're a Vikings fan, you have to. If you're a Minnesota
Yes.
sports fan, how do you get through it?
Yeah, plus you're like out there ice fishing, freezing your balls off, drinking a beer, hoping it doesn't freeze before you finish it.
Dealing with Somalians. Yeah, you're dealing with a lot.
Yeah. But no, people from that part of America definitely have that accent. But I know Calvin's in Australia, I believe. So,
Mhm. Dan,
depending on where you go in America, they have all what?
Wait, he's from Australia and he's saying no one in that town's.
Well, maybe he knows somebody from Fargo, and they're like, yeah, it's not very accurate or something like that. But I believe he's in Australia.
Hmm.
But depending where you go in America, you might get completely different dialects. Like words will mean different things in different parts of America. So
It's true.
yeah, it's a big place. Very nice. Well, that was fun. Let's get into our main topic here. We got the best comics of 2025. I saw people had lists. There were notes involved. Holy crap. Tommy, obviously you've been doing a lot of interviews. You've been covering the comic book industry in depth for years at this point. What stood out for you this year?
I mean, I think what Jim Zub is doing over at Titans is still, for the second year in a row, is probably going to be at the very top of my list. Absolutely loving that. Ghost Machine with Rook Exodus has been phenomenal. Hyde Street's been phenomenal. Red Coat's been phenomenal. So I think Ghost Machine's up there. Man, there's to be honest, to me, there's a lot. Jeremy Adams, what he's doing on Aquaman has been awesome. Green Lantern, although it kind of dropped off a little bit a couple issues ago, I feel like that's been a very solid title. I'm loving that Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman has been amazing. There's a lot. Batman and Robin. I'm so devastated that Philip Kennedy Johnson's not going to be on that title. I think that's probably been one of the best titles from DC. Absolutely incredible. What else, man? I feel like there's a lot of really good stuff. Anything and everything that Robert Kirkman, Josh Williamson is doing over at Skybound with G.I. Joe and Transformers has been incredible. There's a lot of really good stuff, I think, that is going on in comic books this year that I've absolutely enjoyed. Even Philip Kennedy Johnson's Superman Book of L has been good. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. I feel like DC has had a lot of really good titles this year, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah. DC and Indies did great this year. And then Marvel, for a lot of their limited series, had some good stuff. It's just if you go to ongoings, it's tough pickings. Yeah, that's a really good year for comics. There's a lot of great comics out there. You just got to know what to read and what to sift through.
Yeah, I think what Philip Kennedy Johnson's doing with Incredible Hulk and Infernal Hulk 2 has been like, man, that transition in Infernal Hulk, the first 2 issues, I thought were amazing. The art obviously is absolutely gorgeous, man. I would love to have some original art off of that title. I think that would be phenomenal. It's probably gonna be expensive, but it would be dope.
Infernal Hulk's been great, but he also gave us Hellhunters too. We got Hellhunters this year. Hellhunters is great. Hoping we get more of that. Yeah, he had a great year.
Yeah, I think when you look at like creators or writers, I think he's at the top this year. Obviously, Jim Zub, what he's doing with Conan the Barbarian. And then I think you got to give it to Joshua Williamson and Robert Kirkman with G.I. Joe, Larry Hama, and what he's doing on Real American Hero. There's a lot of really good stuff. And even Mad Cave had a few titles and that have been really good as well. I mean, Flash Gordon by Jeremy Adams was a lot of fun. Will Conrad's art is just insane in that. I love his art. So yeah, a lot of really good stuff out there. A lot of good. Superman has been great. Josh Williamson.
I thought Superman definitely took a bigger leap this year because I know a lot of people were liking it. I just hated his Lex, so I was kind of mid on the book for the most part, and I didn't care for the Maryland Moonlight stuff. But when we got away from that and we got into like getting into like Superboy Prime and what's going on with the Absolute Universe and like the Evil Legion, I was digging it. That stuff was great. I really liked Superman. I thought it was really good.
It's been phenomenal. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good stuff that has happened, especially on the DC side, that has been great, and the indies have been awesome, man. Absolutely loving the indies. And actually, even I think some of the Image stuff with Spawn has been really good. I know I might be one of the only guys that actually reads some of the Spawn stuff, but Deadly Tales of Gunslinger has been really good, man. Jeremy Palmiotti is having a year. Like a lot of stuff that he's producing right now has been really good. Even his indie stuff has been amazing.
Yeah, Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger is the only Spawn book I'm reading right now. But I did read the first issue of Dark Ages as well, which one of the best illustrated books of the year. Like that, what a beautiful book from Liam Sharp.
Oh man, it's good. Yeah, it's good. And even you have this short series, which is just absolutely craziness by Chris Killian and his brother Andrew. I Saw Santa. I don't know if you read the first issue of that.
I haven't read that.
Dude, it is crazy. Absolutely crazy. A kid named Charlie, who's a serial killer, is going after Santa, and Santa's walking into houses and just bodies everywhere, man. It's the most insane 2-issue comic book I think I've read in a long time, man. Especially issue 1, man. Yeah, it's nuts, man. And the art is amazing too.
Nice. We had some good one-shots this year too. I know me and Sully both enjoyed. I don't know if you read it, Tommy, but Godzilla vs. Thor. Or we were hot on that week, and that was really good. That was really good. That was with Jason Aaron and Aaron Cooter, I believe. Yeah, you on that, and it was really good.
Great use of the properties, great use of the mashup, and because Godzilla is everywhere. He's at DC Comics, he's at Marvel Comics, he's at Dynamite. Is he at Boom? He should be. Is he at IDW? Is like, has he had a crossover with the Turtles yet? He must have.
Yeah, that was like the only one of the Godzilla books I read. I know I heard everyone talk about how bad all the other ones were. Like you got I think Godzilla versus Boston was one. You had like a bunch of you had a bunch of different Godzilla versus books. I just heard these aren't very good. Then I read Godzilla versus Thor. I was like, man, this was really good. This was great. I enjoyed it.
I think I could throw in Jason Aaron's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too, man. That was, I thought, phenomenal. The art was incredible. The 12 issue run that he had.
I heard that was really good. I need to read it. I haven't checked it out, but every time I see Juan Ferreira post on Twitter his pages, I'm like, this is
beautiful stuff.
So amazing.
Incredible.
Jason Aaron just pushed it this year too. I mean, like, did Namor finish earlier this year? I mean, it wasn't that a Jason Aaron book. I actually dropped Absolute Superman at issue 8 or 9. But
I dropped at issue 2.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, I think it got better after issue 10.
That's what people say.
I heard it got better because I know Wes didn't like it, and he hopped back in for an issue and said one of the issues was really good. But I dropped out because within the first 2 issues, like I have no reason to care about this version of Clark. Like he is, I don't care about this guy at all. Yeah. The art's great. I love the art from. Is it Daniel Sampier on that?
No, that's Wonder Woman. It was Javi something. Sandoval, yeah.
Sandoval. Okay, yeah.
It was okay. It was like I feel it got mugged, after with the digital stuff with the coloring and lettering, and I feel like that kind of like took a step out of the nice line art, and then the pacing of the story. I just couldn't hang with it. But yeah, Aaron's been doing yeoman's work. Seriously.
Man, did Doc just abandon us?
I think he's out for Flavor Country.
To be fair, what is Doc going to talk about for best comics of the year?
We got a whole segment. We're going to talk about best comic book of the year, Doc Unfiltered.
Yeah.
All I ever hear recommended is G.I. Joe, which is great, but that's like this one comic.
Yeah, he likes ASM.
I do like ASM.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Because of you, Doc, I'm going to start reading it, man.
Yeah, cool. I've liked it. I like Spider-Man and Wolverine.
See?
I like the
Real American Hero.
I love a Real American Hero. I like the 4 pages of the year that we get of Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man.
More than that in the last issue. It's like
you hope Marco can get on those 4 pages.
This week's issue of Amazing Spider-Man was just like an issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. There was just like the same amount of Spider-Man in this book this week.
I really enjoyed Battle Beast.
Yeah,
Battle Beast is
great.
Awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, Kirkman had a good with Battle Beast and Skinbreaker. Those are both
and
great.
He's doing Transformers now.
And Transformers.
Yeah. Robert might be, I don't know, at the top of the list as far as creator, writer, publisher of the year, man. He's put out a lot of really good stuff.
I'd say
Jeff Johns.
Jeff Johns too. Rick Remender did really good too with Escape and Sacrificers.
Yes. Escape. Have you read Escape yet, Wes, or no?
I've read the first issue. I was like, it's a World War II story with bears.
I loved it, man.
It's so good. Yeah.
I made a mistake.
I love Escape.
It's so good.
So Tommy, what was your surprise book where you're like, for me, it was probably Red Hulk. I didn't have really any expectations for it. I got in there. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. The art's pretty good. Did you have a surprise book that really you didn't expect anything and ended up being there?
I think Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman, was a surprise for me.
You said Wonder Woman. I was like,
no,
dude.
Absolute Wonder Woman. I mean, what Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman are doing, I think has been phenomenal. It's probably, I really enjoy Batman for all the craziness that takes place in Absolute Batman. It's been a lot of fun. I think that book is just fun. I don't take it too serious. I just think it's a lot of action, a lot of craziness, a lot of absurdity. I love it. But Absolute Wonder Woman, I think, has been really good. That's probably my surprise. I was like, wow, that's been great.
That's the one absolute book where the hero feels like a hero.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Like Batman's gotten all his friends disfigured and done all these stupid stuff to bring all these terrible people in to kill him.
Yeah.
And you look at Superman and he's not really sure how he feels about everything. He's had Smallville basically taken over by that company and everything. But Wonder Woman, she's just out there saving people.
Yeah. No, it's been great. That's probably the one book I didn't have a ton of expectations on, and it kind of blew through expectations for me.
Dude, I'm totally there with you. I didn't have many expectations for that book either.
Yeah.
It's easily the best work Kelly Thompson's ever done in her career.
Mm-hmm. And even Hayden Sherman, I wasn't so sure about his art at the beginning. It's grown on me. And when he did what was the Batman title? The
Dark Patterns.
Patterns. Oh, he killed it on Dark Patterns.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite Batman storylines of the year too. I love Dark Patterns.
Dark
He
Patterns.
kind of
so
got
good.
screwed over this week in Superman. Like
Mm.
they put him on a book that his style was just not
Yeah.
meant to elevate.
I agree.
Yeah, I
his-
agree on that.
It's so unique. It's really good in certain areas, but yeah. But what they're doing on Absolute Wonder Woman, I think, has been phenomenal.
All right, Sully, do you got one of those books that you're
I do.
on the fence with, or you just checked it out just to see what happens and you end up loving it?
Well, my surprise book, I actually included that on my list of best and worst of 2025. And the most surprising book for me, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. And I've kind of shied away from the IDW stuff. I'm definitely not a new Trek fan, although I keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on in that alternate universe and all the tomfoolery and cringy stuff. IDW's Lansing and Kelly's Star Trek The Last Starship, issues 1, 2, and 3 really surprised me. I really enjoyed it. It's knee deep in new Trek lore, so at least I can follow that much. But they gave me an enjoyable Star Trek story set, in the new Trek world. They bring back a clone of Jim Kirk who takes command of the last starship. Remember, every dilithium crystal in New Trek suddenly explodes, and so it neutralizes your, warp drives. So you have to come up with different new warp drives in order to get around, you're part of the galaxy, and it's so it addresses that and lots of battle scenes, and I was really impressed with it. Yeah, good job, great art. Yeah, good job, IDW. Cheers.
Well, what were your other books? You said, did you not get into those already?
I really didn't. I only have a few DC books. Best of at number 1 for me, it's Superman, Joshua Williamson Superman. At number 2, it's Green Lantern Corps, and then Aquaman, and then I'll throw in New Gods at the end because I really, really enjoyed the Ram V's New Gods and Evan Cagle and all the guest artists too that really contributed to that. I thought it kind of may have derailed it just a little bit with some of the art changes, but in hindsight, no, it works pretty well. And I read a lot of Marvel books, so Marvel had some decent stuff this year. At number 1, it's got to be Incredible Hulk, Infernal Hulk. I love Nick Klein's art. I love this Philip Kennedy Johnson story. Stay tuned. This is Act 2 of a big 3-act story that Philip Kennedy Johnson's laying on us, and I hope we get as much Nick Klein as we can. Red Hulk, that was the shining light of the One World Under Doom tie-ins. I thought Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu was good. Hellhunters, Ultimate Black Panther, Rogue Savage Land. That was fun. All right. Don't forget about that. The JMS team ups, those Nick Fury and Fing Fang Foom. I loved those ones. Those were pretty cool. And Deadpool Wolverine, it ended up being a lot of fun. It was Spider-Man Wolverine's pretty fun too. And fun goes a long way with me. But that Ben Percy's Deadpool Wolverine, it ended up being a pretty good time. I enjoyed it. And then over on some indies, we got RoboWolf. I think the big winner this year is Image Comics for me, because they're putting out satisfactory floppies month after month, whether it's Savage Dragon, which I'm just catching on to, or it's Sacrificers, or it's the Skybound Energon universe stuff, and G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. And everyone just throw in your favorite Image Comics of this year. Then comes Ghost Machine. I mean, this is the year. 2025 is the year of Image Comics once again. I'm really happy to be part of that and tuned into this. So yeah, that's my list. Thank you.
Very nice. Did you have a big surprise one out there, Dylan?
Yeah, it was Undead Iron Fist. I would not expect. I'm a big Danny Rand fan, and I thought this book was not going to be good. I was like, man, the initial design for him didn't look very good. It's Jason Liu, so I didn't have any expectations. I don't think it's going to be very good. But man, Undead Iron Fist is a ton of fun. It's really good. It's essentially like a very basic video game storyline. I mean that in the best way possible, because it's just Iron Fist has been taken from the dead back to our Earth, and he's been given a job, and he has to go from one end of the city to the other to get to the tower to fight the big bad, and it's just so much fun. And the art is really good. Fran Gallen is doing a great job on it, and it's been great. Sadly, it's only, I think it's like 4 or 5 issues, so it's about to end here soon. but that was very surprising. Hopefully we get Danny Rand back for good after this.
It's hard for me to believe that because I did read Concert of Champions and Dazzler, and I did read Century.
Read Undead Iron Fist. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's really good.
Strongest. Yeah, I agree.
So it's just Final Fight, but with Iron Fist going across, with an undead Iron Fist going across the city.
It's really fun because you got these like demons from Kunlun that have taken over people, and it's his job to go and expunge them. And he's got to get back to Rand Tower because that's where the guy that was behind his death is sitting at. That orchestrated this whole thing. It's really good.
Did you give all of your list there, Dylan?
No, I have not. I've got a huge list, but I'll start off with indies. G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe Real American Hero are both great for different reasons, but they're both really good. We got Ghost Machine's been really fun. Geiger, Hyde Street, Rockefellers, Red Coat, Rook Exodus. You got Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn has been a lot of fun. Get Jimmy Palmiotti writing westerns again. Can't miss with that. The Sacrificers, Battle Beast, The Killer, Affairs of the State 2 I've been enjoying. Escape and Skinbreaker. Those are and also Survive and No Man's Land. Those are my indie picks. Those are all definitely worth reading. Marvel got a much shorter list, and I think Incredible Hulk's really the only ongoing. Ultimate Wolverine's kind of technically an ongoing.
It's an ongoing.
It's just ending. Ultimate Wolverine, Incredible Hulk / Infernal Hulk, Hellhunters, Daredevil Cold Day in Hell was incredible. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
Aliens versus Avengers, although it was only a 4-issue series and we got 2 of them this year, still count it for this year. Godzilla versus Thor, like we talked about earlier, was a great book. Punisher Red Band, Undead Iron Fist, like I already said, and Marvel Knights Punisher. And then for DC, I got Absolute Batman, Batman Dark Patterns, Batman and Robin, which I think is the best ongoing. Sadly, it's ending. Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween was probably my big surprise at DC because I didn't think Jeff Loeb could write comics anymore. But that was surprisingly good, especially the Dick Grayson stuff. I really enjoyed it, which is Hush 2 is terrible, but The Last Halloween was good. So Jeff Loeb's got both ends of the spectrum. We got Aquaman, Superman, Green Arrow, which is another book that's ending, sadly, but I really enjoyed Green Arrow a lot from Chris Condon and Montos. Green Lantern, Robin and Jason Todd, which was really good from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. And then the best one-shot of the year, I saw someone asking earlier for like what the best one-shot was. For me, it was Superman Treasury, Hero for All.
That was Dan Jurgens was great.
So good.
I picked it up because of you, and I really enjoyed it.
Dude, it's a great comic, and we finally got the artist there away from Tom Taylor, so it was nice to see him with an actual competent writer. Bruno Redondo is so good, but he seems to be chained to Tom Taylor a lot, so it's nice to see him with Dan Jurgens. And then Adventures of Superman: The Book of Hell. Those are all my picks. A lot of really good comics this year.
Mark Miller too had I thought some really great titles this year as well.
Yeah, I forgot about Nemesis.
Nemesis has been fun.
Forever. It's been really, really good. And then we got Huck Return. That was a lot of fun too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited for his thing next year where he's going to team up all of his like space characters.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Yeah. Want to see like you want to see Starlight and all that kind of stuff again.
Absolutely.
So much fun.
And I forgot to mention Death of Copra by Michel Fife. I mean, that was an amazing comic book. And it came out earlier this year, and it's everything. He did everything himself, and I thought it was a wonderful experience as a comic book fan. And also, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rites of Spring. Yeah. That's a good book. Yeah. You know.
All right, Sparrow. I think we covered most of the stuff that you've liked this year. Do you want to cover maybe some of the crowdfunded books? I know you're more into that scene and always keeping your finger on the pulse of crowdfunding. What's the best stuff that came out this year?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out. I mean, there's stuff that I worked on editorially that I know is really good because I worked on it editorially. You've got the Mythicals, which is a really good book. You have like Vaughn Coleman stuff, the Phenomenova, Vaughn, friend of the channel. His book is really fun. You've got Dave Brink's Perfect 10, which I think has some of the most eye-catching covers. Like every time I'm scrolling through and I see one of his covers without even knowing it, I'll stop and I'll look at it. And that story is really fun. You've got Project Neosis out there. Wraith of God by Aaron Lopresti. we've had Rini on the channel. Fiendish is fantastic. I feel like we haven't talked about that lately. That's a really good book. There's just and of course Drew is putting out really good books. you got to go check out Unholy Nightmare. That is only getting better. You know, it's like I know further along in the story than obviously anybody's read so far. So I know some of the crazy stuff he's doing there. And
Aaron,
then we got
just tell us 2 things that are going to happen that'll blow our minds. Give some spoilers.
You know what? I don't think Drew will mind if I.
We're all friends here.
If I blow the story just right out of the water. Yeah, come on, all the aficionados, they're not going to talk, right? And none of the chat. You guys keep it on their wraps, right? No, so I can finally talk about, because the big issue 2 reveal came out that I've been talking about forever. The idea that I said that he had, that I'm like, it was so good, I wish I'd had it first. He uses, if you guys have ever seen a little film with Jeffrey Combs called Reanimator, it is based on an H.P. Lovecraft character that is in the public domain. So Jeffrey Combs' character from Reanimator is the big villain of the first arc of Unholy Nightmare. It's really, really good.
Man, people keep screaming "Kneel before Doomface." I haven't heard of that one, Aaron.
Oh, do they really? I mean, I think it's good, but you know, it's like, and Sully highly recommends it. Yeah, so I don't know.
I do. Yeah. I liked it. It's there's a lot of good stuff there, and plus you get to see that these nice renditions of your Comics Aficionados on a splash page. It's really cool.
Yeah, there's a big city scene where a lot of the Comics Aficionados are there, and then a lot of other YouTubers in our space are in the city of San Francisco, you know, for this big reveal. So you know, it's fun to get to put those little cameos in. Renzo's having a good time doing it. The digital edition is out. We've released it. If anybody in the chat bought a digital or a physical version of the book, you should have the digital version. If it has not shown up, check your spam folder. And if you don't have it, hit me up at kneelbeforedoomface@gmail.com and just let me know so we can make sure that you get that edition. And then the print edition is it's with the printer. We just approved some things that needed to be adjusted and fixed. So the book will be off to print and it'll be shipping early next year. I've talked to a fulfillment company, so we'll get that out to you. And then the plan is to completely finish book 2 before we even offer it, so that we can do a quicker turnaround on future books. Because this being my first crowdfunder that I've done personally, I haven't been happy with how long it's taken in post-production. So I want to get everything knocked out on future books before we even ask you guys to buy in. So it's pre-order instead of crowdfund.
Nice.
Beautiful. Let's see for the people. Caleb says, I hated Billy Bob's character after the scene with the dog. I don't think he had a scene with the dog in Landman, did he?
Maybe Fargo.
Yeah, he's probably talking about Fargo.
There's a dog in Fargo. I like the dog in Fallout.
Billy Bob's character isn't supposed to be a great likable guy in Fargo.
He's not a very likable guy in Landman either, but
no, that's why he's
but
great.
He's spectacular.
That's again, you guys should watch Fargo. Billy Bob kills it.
Oh, also a little book called Here Comes Calico. I want to recommend that too. So you guys go check out H.H. Grimmon's Here Comes Calico.
Absolutely.
And he's got the Green-Eyed Bandito out now, which is the origin story.
Yeah. Can't wait to get it.
Southside Road and Surprise Boy, Godzilla Escaped the Dead Zone. I didn't read that one. There's so many Godzilla books. It was really hard to keep up with. So many
Godzilla books out there.
DC had Godzilla books. Marvel's got Godzilla books. IDW's obviously had a ton of Godzilla books.
Does this make Godzilla the crux of a multiverse?
Crux of something.
It's a comic book shop conversation. What do you think?
Well, if isn't it a Horcrux? Isn't that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Oh.
I respect it though. It's the Harry Potter is the fandom of gatekeeping. It really is. You got to keep the Muggles out, or they'll ruin the magic world. Seriously.
Well, it sounds like you've never read the books or watched the show.
I got up to the 3rd book and it bored me.
Yeah, the Muggles never really do anything except get hurt. It's the other magicians who ruin everything. Specifically, all the people working for Voldemort.
But you got to keep the magic world hidden from the Muggles. And why? Because, Muggles ruin everything.
What's your face is a Muggle? Well, just your parents are Muggles. Hermione's parents are. Well, nobody wants to jump in on the Harry Potter conversation?
Yeah, come on.
Well, Tommy, don't act like you're too good for this. Dylan, you grew up on Harry Potter.
I did not. I'm 50, man. My kid.
Well, I said Dylan did.
I didn't. I didn't see the. I've saw the first Harry Potter movie for the first time this year.
Wow, me too. I haven't seen any of them. I have no interest.
I've never seen any of them either, except like I've seen bits and pieces when like in passing on people's TVs, but
Yeah, we're not transphobes, Wes. We don't watch Harry Potter.
I'm not either. My kids love it. Man. They think it's cool.
Not my kids are.
I am.
My kids are the biggest, not me.
My oldest daughter's a huge Harry Potter fan, so
That's what I was about to say. Like, your girls have grown up when Harry Potter mania was going
For
on.
sure.
You're acting like
But
you missed it.
I watched like half of one movie and it just wasn't for me. But my daughter loves it.
I watched all of the Ryan George.
What kind of
pitch
dad
meetings.
was that? I had to watch all the Minecraft and I hated it because I love my children.
I bought her the books.
Smart.
No, just watch the Ryan George pitch meetings for Harry Potter, and you don't need to watch Harry Potter. You'll get all the cultural information you need to know.
My brother-in-law is super into Harry Potter, and he hates it now because they did a play that apparently messed a lot of things up. That's canon to the books, like had time travel, and was really dumb. Every time Harry Potter's brought up, he goes on a rant about that.
I saw that the one kid, the bad kid for the movies was in the play for one night only or something.
Oh, the kid that played
Malfoy?
Malfoy, yeah. He's like 40 years old and he's coming out playing. And
He's got like that receding hairline and everything.
But still, it must be fun, for fans.
Well, and he's a guy who's never, who still remains grateful to J.K. Rowling for all the success that brought him, and the notoriety and so he's remained, with a spirit of gratitude. He hasn't turned on her like a cur dog, like some.
I didn't turn on her. You guys did. You're the ones that haven't seen the goddamn movies.
I was never a J.K. Rowling fan. I couldn't turn on her because I was never like on board.
Dylan called you out earlier. He spelled it out.
What did you say, Dylan?
I don't know what I said.
He said we're not transphobes like you because I should see the movie. He was basically.
So how is that calling me out?
Yeah, that was calling you
Dylan,
out.
thanks
Not
for
Aaron.
saying I'm not a transphobe.
I was saying, I'm saying Aaron's a good guy like the rest of us.
Phobe implies fear. I have no fear
No,
of people that are confused about what bathroom to use.
Well, that's the funny thing. Isn't it? It's like, the phobe thing.
Oh no, you're so
I plead-
intimidating.
I plead the fifth. I think the only way out is like the Isaac Asimov style of bathroom, where it's just like you have these huge personalized.
The only way
bathrooms.
out
The
is the
only way
next
out.
question. H.H. German and the folks behind Sigma Comics, thank you very much. Very, very generous. Shout out to the Thinking Critical team from Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
Aaron, Tom, Doc, Dylan, Eric, and Wes, you're all great guys. And a credit to
boy.
Comics. Thank you for championing this thing of ours in our fun and colorful way. Wishing you all a happy and healthy, prosperous 2026.
Thank
HH
you.
is a machine, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Enjoy
Thank you
your
so much.
your holidays, dude. Hopefully the weather is amazing in Florida.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
Man,
means
it
Happy
got
New
down to
Year.
like 83 degrees on Christmas Day. It was freezing here.
Wow.
Wow.
Beanies and coats, huh?
I got a fresh blanket of snow outside. You know what I mean? We can hear the dump trucks and plows going by, digging out. We only got about 3 or 4 inches, but still, it looks beautiful out there.
Tommy, I've told you this story, right? Where I took my wife and I, before we were married, we went to Tagaytay for Christmas. And it's up in the mountains, like on a volcano, and there's like a little volcano inside of a lake. And it got down to like 73 degrees. And she was like, I need a hoodie, and I need a knitted cap, and probably snow boots because it was so cold.
I don't need a jacket until it's like 40 degrees outside.
Exactly. I just been living in Alaska, and
I lived in Alaska. I lived in Utah for a little bit. Yeah,
Alaska was great, wasn't it?
I love Alaska. I lived in Eagle Mountain, which is right outside of Anchorage, about 45 minutes or so. And my uncle worked for the railroad up there, and I just had a blast, man. Just loved it. Nature everywhere you walk. It's just such a pretty place, man.
Death around the corner, no matter where you went.
It's like the Australia of the United States, right? Anything crazy could possibly happen with some wild animal. You could hit a moose and literally destroy your entire car, and the moose will walk away.
Oh, yeah.
They're huge, man.
You always got to walk around with bear spray just in case.
Yeah, dude, it's
Don't want to
crazy.
be on the menu.
Yeah, I love
Good
it.
times.
By the
Probably a little
way-
safer in Fort Lauderdale, you know?
Yeah. By the way, I do have one more book to add to the
Ooh, Doc.
2025.
What are you adding, dude?
I want to add it was a late edition, but
I was
The
waiting
Darkness.
for Silver Age comic or something.
no, The Darkness. The relaunch of it.
Oh yeah, that was phenomenal.
That
Sylvester
started
with Ed Venice.
Ed Benes, Silvestri, Matt Banning, Sal Regla.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
Mark Silvestri.
Silvestri.
Oh, okay.
Mark
I believe
is
Ed
writing
Benes is only the artist for the first issue, though.
I
After that,
believe
there's a new
so,
Ed that
too.
comes on.
You're right. Yeah.
But it does look amazing. Like it looks like
It-
it's straight out of 1993.
Yeah, it
incredible.
looks like old Top Cow from back when Tyler Kirkham and Dave Finch and Ed Benes and Matt Banning and Michael Turner were the proteges of Mark Silvestri.
History, yeah.
And definitely a huge congratulations to HH and the team with all the success on Here Comes Calico, doing the nationwide tour basically all year long, selling comic books to single people every single show there, and obviously the big success of Green Eye Bandito. I believe that was
also
Mako
sells
edition.
them. He also sells them to people that are married, not just single people.
No, he's selling them one at a time.
I
Out there and
know.
reaching the customer
I know.
because he's a born salesman, Doc.
Yes.
He is.
You can
man.
learn a thing or two from HH about hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Hustle.
I just want to bottle HH's energy. Like if I could just if you could just bottle it and then inject it into people, man, get so much done in a day.
I visited HH once at his booth, and he was next to Dan DiDio. And so to having Dan DiDio next to HH German was this dynamism of salesmanship and positivity and get over here and read a comic book kind of energy. I loved it. That was so fitting.
Dan is.
Did you give him a good game?
I ended up buying Ronin book 2 because of Dan's pitch. He was like, look at this book. Splash page after splash page after splash page. And I was like, I couldn't deny it. The art was just so amazing that I went out, caught up, and I finished that book. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Very nice. I guess we can go on to maybe the less than satisfying edition of 2025 and put a bow on this year and move on to the next. Sully, you like to be Mr. Positivity, but you read more Marvel comics than anybody I know.
This is true.
Your terrible list must be quite naughty.
My naughty list. Well, I'm going to lead off I'll just start off with the number one most disappointing individual floppy of 2025 for me, for this person, was my DC KO number one blind bag that I spent $9.99 on. And I never would have bought this product off a shelf had I known about the condition underneath. Now, somewhere in the supply chain, it got a huge ding on the corner. There was a ripple from the top of the cover midway through the book, on the top of it.
Apparently, that's an enormous issue with Ultimate Endgame number one. If you want, there's stories about it, about how they've been delivered. They're all warped and damaged.
I would never have paid $10 for this book, sight unseen. So is this part of the chase, the thrill of the hunt, being burned like this?
Part of the experience, dude.
This is part of the experience of the blind bag.
It's the cost of being a sucker and buying into these gimmicks. That's what it is.
Well, it sounded fun at the time, though. I mean, I got a Virgin Jim Lee foil variant.
I blame Tommy. He's the one that was talking about how great blind bags were. I feel like someone was an innocent victim in Tommy's machinations. He's like, we got blind bags.
Yeah, so I got blindsided with my blind bag. I will never buy another blind bag because of that.
Okay,
if there's a blind bag and then the cover A and they're the same price, I will go for the blind bag because I think it's pretty cool. But I'm not paying $10 for a blind bag when the comic is.
Oh, Sully now he's like, it's not my fault. Sully's an idiot. He didn't understand the story.
There's a sucker born every. There's a sucker born every minute, but live and learn. You know what I mean? Seriously, never again. Especially hearing about Ultimate Endgame too. It's like, why would you pay for something? This is a worthless comic book now. It really is. It goes right to the dollar bin. Wow, it's
so supporting the art, Sully.
You bought the
just
blind
double
bag.
The price.
You knew what you were getting into.
You agreed. You consented. You agreed to this.
And but it's your fault, Sully, because we did shame you endlessly with the interior variants concept. We were like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing?" But hey, I mean, I got into the blind, the Batman blind bag experience. That was a huge success for for that. They got how many hundreds of thousands of copies sold. And but yeah, so I skipped that and I was like, hey, let me check out the blind bag here on DCKO. This seems like a crisis level event, and I love crisis level events. And and it didn't capture me as a book. That issue 1 was pretty flat-footed, but then just the quality underneath that blind bag that blew me away. Like, I feel like I should have been able.
Feels like
to
you got a boil on your ass to this day over DCKO.
Boom! Yeah, pop that thing, But over at Skybound Image, it was a real big miss for me. Was G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero, the Silent Missions mini?
I agree with you, dude.
That was such a whiff. I mean, I was in in for all of it. It was, the Jinx book was kind of good because it was 3 colors and it had that 30-second kind of.
It was that one and Roadblock, I think, were the 2 that I liked.
Roadblock was really good. Yeah, that was Andrew Cronky, I think.
Yeah, the Beachhead one was
really good.
Otherwise, the rest were kind of bad.
The Beachhead had great Phil Hester art, but the problem was I had no idea what was going on. Like it didn't flow.
It needed dialogue and narration for the story to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get to the Marvel's misses, the marvelous Marvel misses for me. Like New Champions, something that came and went. This was earlier this year, but it was like at least 10 issues.
Yeah, they did all the fake ones.
Yeah, that was a terrible
Hell Rider.
Yeah, they were all on rollerblades. Yeah, the kid versions, like teen sidekick book kind
Ghost
of thing.
Rider on rollerblades. Yes.
It was terrible and awful art, awful story, awful use of trying to farm and milk these characters to make derivative action figure stuff. One of these will catch with somebody, I swear. And then all the agenda stuff on top of that. Up there with Runaways, Rainbow Rowell's Runaways. What a bad book. How about Doom's Division and Doom Academy during One World Under Doom? These books were terrible. And imagine being the collector, you have to get every tie-in issue. Oh, woe is you. But the big one is got to be X-Men From the Ashes in total. I mean, there were some stinkers like X Factor. Come on, X Factor was a terrible book. I mean, for me, the best book out of that was Alex Packnadell's Sentinels mini. But then in a far second place is Jed McKay's Adjective List. And after that, there are no good X-Men books out of all of them. And there was just, what a wasted opportunity.
But Uncanny and Exception were the 2 worst.
Oh gosh. And it's just like
X-Men From the Asses.
And it's just man, just it's tough to make Krakoa look good, and this actually does that. This is kind of like sequel, Star Wars sequel makes the prequels look better just by they exist.
Speaking of the prequels, on New Year's Eve day, there's going to be a special episode of the Geek Fix with Aaron Sparrow, Ian Dillon, and yours truly, and we're going to try and fix the prequel trilogy and make it even better. We went for about 2 hours. It was amazing.
Oh, really fun.
A really good time.
How can you fix perfection? I'm interested. I'll watch.
Well, we didn't try to fix the original trilogy. We tried to fix the prequel trilogy.
I know the prequels. I have no problems with the prequels. I love them.
I have all problems.
This is how you got duped into buying a blind bag for $10.
No, the rule that I went with for the prequels was I said I'm going to keep as much of George's vision as possible and only tweak the things that I think that we need to tweak to make them better.
And I threw all those rules out, and I fixed everything, even if it wasn't broken.
It was weird when you brought the Cylons in. I was like, okay, I don't know where he's going with this, but you made it work. Do
you have any more there, Sully?
No, that's about it. That was like because you can go on and on about Marvel books.
I've already recorded my worst of the year. I forgot about that book.
New Champions was terrible. And I mean, like it has.
I only read 2 issues. It was awful.
The worst that and Doom's Division and Doom Academy. I mean, like what a waste of Pascal Ferry's art in a way, because he's brilliant. But like this, I was never into Strange Academy in the first place. But this Doom Academy book, nothing happened in like 5 issues.
Waydog says Sully's operating on another level. I agree.
It's a lower level, but it's another level. I remember my first hit of meth too.
All right, Tommy, I know you like to mostly talk about the good things, but were there any books out there that maybe stood out as maybe not up to snuff for your high standards?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I'm reading probably more DC than Marvel is because a lot of the Marvel stuff I did try just wasn't for me. ASM at the beginning of the year wasn't for me. I know Joe Kelly is doing it now, so I'm gonna jump back in. But some of the stuff before Joe Kelly just didn't do it for me. The X-Men, I always try everything at least once, and it just none of the characters sounded like the characters. It just wasn't for me either, so I dropped out of that pretty early. And then I think Ultimate line was probably the one that I was really hopeful for, and it kind of disappointed me. Spider-Man, I dropped out pretty early. I heard it got a little better toward the end, but it was really unique for like the first issue or 2 issues, and then there's just never Spider-Man in a Spider-Man comic book, and that was kind of not for me. So I think the Ultimate line in general, most of them I didn't do it for me.
I'm with you, dude. So it was mostly just Marvel let you down.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few DC titles that I tried. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but Marvel is the one that I was probably most disappointed in.
So you weren't reading Wonder Woman?
I never picked it up. So
Gosh, that's so smart.
Yeah. No,
all that pain you avoided.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. Wonder Woman isn't one of my favorite characters at DC. I think some of the best titles are far and few in between, just in general with Wonder Woman. Just for me. So I wasn't really interested.
Good for everybody.
Yeah.
She's had few great runs.
She's had few great books, I think, and just in general, but love the character itself, but the stories around the character have not been for me. So I didn't even try it, to be quite honest.
Did you try any of the Age of Revelation stuff, or was the From the Ashes so bad you didn't even taste it?
Yeah, I didn't try it. Yeah, I figured that if they aren't going to make major changes, then it's probably not going to be that much different.
Because I thought One World Under Doom was bad, like as an event, but I think Age of Revelation might have blown it out of the water as being
so much
even
worse.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. All right, Dylan, you got any stinkers on your list, dude?
Like Tommy, I try to avoid bad comics. I don't read a whole lot of bad comics. I tend to follow creators that I know get the job done. But I have 2, which is Saladin's Wolverine. I read a little bit of that, and that was terrible. Wolverine's my favorite Marvel character, so I always hop in to check him out, see what's going on. And his Wolverine is ass. It is bad. And then Hush 2, which is really bad and only getting worse from all the delays. It's like we just need to speed through this and get through this. It's really bad. We don't need to stretch it out with these delays.
We'll just wait till 2028 for the trade.
That's very optimistic of you to think that you're getting a trade in 2028.
Yeah,
because the next issue is just a completion of part 1. There's still another 6 issues for part 2.
Yeah. So originally we're supposed to get the first 6 issues and then get the break, but they couldn't even get the first 6 issues.
What is Jim Lee doing? There's not that many red carpets for him to appear on. So
he's doing a special story for Superman Spider-Man with Tom King about Lois and Mary Jane.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, it'll be bad. But I'm with you, man. When I was laying out my list and it was like, what's the worst? I was like, DC's had such a better week or year than Marvel, but this Hush 2 thing is the massive drizzling shits.
Yeah, and it just got worse and worse because it started out not good, but it was like, all right, this is kind of weird enough. Fine. Yeah, this is kind of weird enough to where let's see where it goes, see if it's any good. Then each issue it just got worse and worse. This is not worth reading.
But I think you should probably give Wonder Woman a chance and see which one's worse.
I've read some of Wonder Woman, and it's really bad. I don't plan on reading any more Tom King Wonder Woman.
So is it just the Sovereign? Have you made it to the Mouse Man story?
Was the Sovereign like the bald guy that was like torturing her? And yeah, that was. I haven't read anything past that. I read a little bit of that.
Mouse Man might be worse.
Other than that, that makes me not want to check it out at all.
Well, yeah, that's the point, It's a little. Every once in a while, you got to torture yourself just to prove a point, Dylan.
I don't like to be masochistic when it comes to my comics. I'm good. I like reading good comics.
Daniel St. Pierre is such a good artist too.
He's a great artist. That's the Tom King problem. Is he always has great artists with him.
Yeah,
brings them down.
They deserve far better. I mean, that's how I feel about Netho Diaz over at Marvel too. It's like that guy should have been drawn an X-book when the X-books had good writing.
Yeah. Netho Diaz kind of made Ryan Stegman look bad. I was like,
yeah,
that's pretty
impressive.
He did. It's like, yeah, but he's on this just bad story. Although Sully is giving credit to Book of Revelation, which is one of the I could only take so much Age of Revelation. I didn't read that one. I read Omega Kids, Unbreakable X-Men, Amazing X-Men, and whatever the other one was. Expatriate X-Men. And Radioactive Spider-Man. So I didn't have room for Book of Revelation. Which event did you think was worth selling? Was it One World Under Doom or Revelation?
One World Under Doom. I think that at least Age of Revelation, it kind of smells and tastes like an old 90s style X-Men story. I mean, and I like the whole hubbub about Darkchild and Illyana getting killed, and this whole like presumed thing of SA, and just like, God, you shippers are sick sometimes. Seriously. And plus, it's not the real Illyana, it's some future variant, and you got to put your characters through hell. Literally.
No, you're not allowed to. Once your characters, once the shippers
identifies
and identify with them, then anything you do to that character, you're doing
is a hate crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a non-delusional parasocial hate crime, and
Here,
I reject that notion. I do.
No. Hold on. I'm going to accept it. Good, and you deserve it, shippers. Everything. It is what we want to do to you.
But I mean, One World Under Doom was it's a bit on the nose. It was a bit too
and it's 10 months
too transparent. It was
real
huge.
crime,
and it commits the ultimate crime of making Doom boring and bland.
And I read Will of Doom #1 this week, and it's just a glorified Fantastic Four story. And I like the Red Hulk notes to it, because I really did like Red Hulk a lot. That was Ben Percy, and that was the highlight of One World Under Doom for me. And One World Under Doom gets the gas face.
So Dylan, what do you think about this one? I don't think like this week's Red Hood versus the Joker is the worst thing of the year, but I do think DC Fight Month as a whole is one of the most disappointing things of the year. There's only one good issue in there, and most of them just kind of treated the concept like a joke.
Yeah, not all of them were great. It's basically the only ones I really enjoyed were Hawkman versus Aquaman and Superman versus Etrigan. I like those two.
It was Superman versus Captain Atom, and then Lex Luthor versus Etrigan.
Yeah, Superman versus Atom was like, it was good, but nothing to write home about. But I really liked Superman versus Lex versus Etrigan, and I really liked Hawkman and Aquaman. Those were really good. But the others, Zatanna and Harley Quinn was terrible. Wonder Woman and Lobo was terrible. Cyborg and Swamp Thing was all right. It just felt kind of weird that Swamp Thing would take the time to really boost Cyborg's self-esteem during this event
while he's murdering him. Yeah,
it's like maybe this isn't the time to do that. But that one was okay. But yeah, it was not great.
Like you get the fight this week with Red Hood and the Joker. Tommy, I'll throw this one to you. Red Hood literally takes a hunting knife, stabs it through the back of his spine, out of his mouth, then kicks the knife even further through it, and Joker just runs off. He's not a powered character. How does that work?
It doesn't.
It was like,
it was a little confusing. I will say, throughout some of the fights in between the main KO title, it should be so much more serious than some of these titles took the fight. And I felt like some of it got really kind of silly, and it takes away from how important it is for that last player or that last character to have that power to be able to defeat Darkseid. So when you have these fights in between that are kind of corny, like the Wonder Woman Lobo, it kind of takes away from how important DCKO is in general. And I felt like that's what was kind of missing. Like all of these fights should have been much more dramatic, much more serious than they were. And that kind of,
and I wish the alternate version they picked were versions that existed.
Exactly.
For the most part, they just started making stuff up out of whole cloth.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just be everything. And that's kind of gay.
Yeah.
So also, Tommy, at the end, the way I took it was Red Hood won, but Joker had a defibrillator after he died that revived him to, I guess, get around the death.
Exactly.
But somebody has told me I was crazy and that Joker won.
It seemed like Joker won to me.
No, Red Hood won, but then Joker, after he dies, restarts his heart, so he's going to be there somewhere. But Red Hood won, correct? No,
Red Hood won, but I think Joker won because
I think Joker's continuing. Yes, yeah.
Joker's continuing.
Jason like won the fight, but Joker kept going because they both died. It was stupid because every other time when someone dies, it goes KO and it's on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But instead, it's like, no, we're gonna wait for Joker to come back. Also, Jason knows in his head that like he's not completely finished, and he's just there. You know, his body's right there. Jason could just stomp on his head, curb stomp him. It's like no defibrillator is gonna bring his brain back. Like Jason could do anything there to kill him. It's like, good job with your defibrillator. You don't have a head. I win. I keep going. Instead, he decides to walk off and like monologue in his head. It made no sense.
Well, I mean, when you kick a knife through a guy's
say.
spinal column and out his
True.
mouth, you kind of
He
feel
doesn't
like
die,
maybe
yeah.
you did the job.
That doesn't
But
do
no,
it.
But the thing is, like, in his head, like Jason knows he's not fully dead.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't get why Jason isn't just finishing the job right there because Joker's not able to fight back. I don't get why Jason's not just, let's do this. With my last ounce of strength, I'll do that instead of walking away. It was stupid.
Because the writers treated this like it was X of Swords, where, you know, that one time where it was a fight to the death, and then the guy that died wins.
Yeah.
Joker being
Because
in a
it's
fighting
fucking
tournament-
retarded.
Joker being in a fighting tournament is stupid to begin with.
Yeah.
He's not a
It's
fighter.
true. It's not a physical threat.
Yeah. But that's why the best ones are the ones that took it serious, like Aquaman, Hawkman, or Lex Luthor and Etrigan, or Superman and Atom. Like all those took it pretty serious. There wasn't a lot of goofing around.
Agreed.
I don't know, man. Fucking Captain Atom hit Superman in the face with an origin bomb. That didn't even seem very serious.
Yeah, what do you mean? If you're facing Superman, you're gonna hit him in the face with an origin bomb. That's very serious. That's what you're gonna do.
How else do you defeat
Yeah.
Superman? Yeah.
Well, he did
It didn't
defeat him.
bother
He
me
turned
as
him into
much as the Wonder Woman.
Captain Atom Superman.
Yeah.
Also, you gotta explain this one to me. Lex Luthor turns into a future version of Lex Luthor that becomes Superman, and all of a sudden he has Mr. Miracle Bots. Where did that come from?
No, that wasn't a future Superman. That was Rebirth Superman he turned into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a future version. That was a past version.
Where's the Mr. Miracle Bots?
I was waiting for him to I thought, or maybe we'll get it later. I thought he was going to turn to Action Comics 900 Lex, because that's when he formed with like that entity from the Phantom Zone, and he has all power. I was like, I'm waiting for that one to come out.
I'm shocked Superman didn't become Injustice Superman. That would be the closest thing he's ever been to Darkseid.
Yeah, but that one sucks and always loses. Like that, the Injustice Superman got beat by like every single person in the DC universe in every issue of Injustice. Like that's all that comic series was see a new character beat Superman this week. To where in the games were like, no one can defeat
Didn't
Superman.
he kill
How do we
Ultraman
stop
though?
him? Yeah, he did in that in the Superboy comic. He kills Ultraman, but that was that Injustice Superman
ass.
sucks. All he does is get beat by everyone. Like Alfred beats his ass. Everyone beats him up.
Yeah.
And everyone praises that book. Oh, Tom King did such a good job on Injustice. No, he didn't.
Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor,
Tom Taylor, I'm sorry,
yeah.
Mixing your Toms up.
Well, I mean, they both suck, so.
But they suck in completely different ways.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's getting into flavors of shit. Like, you know, this dog turd tastes different than this dog turd.
If you get Tom Taylor on an Elseworlds book, there's like a 50-50 shot he might write a good comic.
Deceased was good.
Yeah.
Some of the the Knights of the Round Table stuff that they were doing.
Yeah, I fell off early on that. I read the first couple issues in a second.
Some of that was all right. The Deathstroke book was better, where he was a Viking.
Yes, the Deathstroke book was fun.
Oh boy, that's where Deathstroke's a Viking.
Deathstroke's coming back as the original Deathstroke. Did you see that one, dude? That's what they're promising you.
Yeah, they've been promising that every single time they relaunch Deathstroke. So we'll see. I don't have a whole lot of faith. I hope it's good, but I'm tempering my excitement because DC has had no idea how to do Deathstroke for decades now.
I have faith in the writer. It's the editorial team I don't have faith in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Doc, do you have one stinkeroo to put out there? Maybe, because I have made you suffer through some pretty bad comic books this year. Is there anything that stood out as just, cruel and unusual punishment on my part?
I mean, there's a handful. There's a lot of the X-Men from my asses, because it's just massive stinking piles of turds. Nothing there was good. They literally, I did not read a single good X-Men comic in the year of 2025. I could not find there were some that are less
Cable Loving
terrible.
Chrome.
Cable Loving Chrome, but even that was not great. It was just not bad.
Pretty decent.
It was moderately tolerable. I wouldn't even here's the thing.
Spider-Man Wolverine.
Spider-Man Wolverine's not an X-Men book.
It's got an X-Men character.
Yeah, so what? Avengers has an X-Men character too. Storm doesn't make it good.
Weapon X-Men.
What was it talking about?
Weapon
Yeah,
X-Men was
X-Men
all
pretty
right. It was good. I liked that. Was that even this year, or was that?
That was in the early part of this year.
Okay.
And I love proving Doc wrong. Doc
All
is
right.
wrong.
I'll eat it.
Eat that crow.
I will. But so no, there was really nothing, especially in the actual X titles. There was not a single good one. But I feel like oh god, there was some hunk of shit you made me read a couple of weeks ago.
Might have been a Wonder Woman book. Might have been Unbreakable X-Men.
No, it was. I feel like it was the one last week. Whatever
DCKO.
that
Zatanna Harley
DCKO. The Zatanna Harley Quinn
That was terrible.
was. I feel like there's been a
next level?
couple. It was because nothing about it even made any fucking sense. Didn't make any sense why these people were there. Yeah, you wasted a good artist. You told a shit story. One World Under Doom was fucking terrible because, as Aaron said, it committed the cardinal sin. You don't make Doom fucking boring. You don't make Doom actually taking over the world, just like an afterthought. Like, you want to see that shit build. You want a Thanos quest. You want that 30, 40 issues of Silver Surfer by Starlin leading up to Infinity Gauntlet. Where it's Silver Surfer and Thanos and Galactus and other heralds and all of them trying to kind of sort of stop, but occasionally helping Thanos collect all these fucking the Infinity Gems so that you get Infinity Gauntlet. If they do that, if they spend a couple 2-3 years on Fantastic Four and maybe Avengers and maybe some X-Men here and there, having Doom slowly put everything in order for him to take over the fucking world, and then you have an event where he's taken over the world, you have another Infinity Gauntlet on your hands.
Well, even more than Infinity Gauntlet, you could do, remember when they did Siege and, I'm sorry, not Siege, but what preceded it?
Dark Avengers?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Dark Reign. That's how you do a Doom taking over the world thing. You build to it, you have it happen, and then for the next year or even 2 years, if you have to have strong editorial that comes in and says, this is direction we're going. This is how all these books are going to tie in. This is what we're doing, and you get everybody on board. The problem is you don't have any editors left at Marvel who are interested in doing their jobs. They've all been there too long, and they're just running out the clock on their careers. They don't care. They don't have any new ideas. I watched a video with you, Wes, where you were saying like there's no new blood coming in that gets to like inject anything fresh into Marvel. So it's just the stale bread over and over again. And that's all that you have left. This event should have been monumental. It should have been something that everybody was talking about, that everybody was interested in. And in order to achieve that, you don't put Ryan North in charge of it.
That's true.
Not only do you not put Ryan North in charge of it, you don't do it as the afterthought. Like the build, they didn't even bother to explain how it happened. They did the setup miniseries after the miniseries started. After the event started. And that's just incompetence on a level that I can't even understand. I mean, maybe they want to have the trade paperback out in time for the Doomsday movie, but it's not going to connect in any way, or be in any way an adaptation. You just wanted a Doom thing. Fuck, you people suck. You're terrible at your jobs. And honestly, I'd say also the other thing, everything that Jonathan Hickman did this year.
Aliens versus
Mostly
Avengers
because-
was fucking tight, dude. You're crazy.
Really good.
Because he quit on everything.
Oh, you finished his 4-issue miniseries. Otherwise, he didn't quit on Ultimate X-Men and Imperial. All right, this is from Daisuke Yamamoto. Sorry about that. Doc, do you remember the Marvel comic that should have had editorial looked in by the FBI, the one with the strong PDF undertones?
Not really.
I'd say which one is
I remember a
an
DC
apropos
book
question.
doing that with the Nightwing lollipop John Kent stuff that was pretty strange.
I remember the shit from a couple years ago with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, and one of them turned into a child, and they were still.
Oh, that was the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
It's always
that
weird.
that probably is a crime.
They did that in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Remember that one,
There's lines.
Aaron? Where
Was that,
Whoopi Goldberg and who's the word officer? O'Brien?
Oh no,
Who's
any
typing? Stop
episode,
typing.
any episode that focused on Whoopi Goldberg, I did not watch.
Okay, well, there's one where she gets turned into like mute it up, Sully. We can hear you type it. Where she gets turned into like an 8-year-old, but so does O'Brien's wife, and she's like, "I'm still your wife." He's like, "I don't know, man. This ain't for me."
Yeah, there's lines.
Yeah, there was. Well, I mean, there certainly wasn't in the Suicide Squad game because the underage Poison Ivy, Harley's like, "Don't you remember you and me, Red?" Like, and it's like, "Oh God, Tara, what are you doing? Like, you didn't read this and go, excuse me, I'm not reading these lines." Not to a child.
She like reposted like incest stuff of Ben 10 and Gwen. So
Oh dear God.
yeah, I don't think.
Okay, so I can't depend on.
That's
Tara's
what I learned
conscience.
about the shipping stuff. Was I liked Supernatural, and there's some dark places about the Winchester brothers. Let's put it that way. Oh, like, oh God, this is fucking brothers. What are you doing to me? The shippers are the worst. What about when they get a hold of your life, Aaron, and they start shipping you, and you have to start living by the way they see that you should do it?
Oh gosh, I've already been attacked by shippers for not making Megavolt and Quackerjack a couple in the Darkwing.
Yeah, but what about when shippers start trying to dictate your life? They're like, screw these fictional characters. I want to own real people.
I don't think anybody's interested enough in me to bother shipping me with anybody.
Screw that. Aaron Sparrow needs to be with so and so. They're like, why are you not with them?
If that is out there,
my
I
mind.
don't need that. Yeah, well, remember, I mean, they attacked Donny Cates too for like, what do you mean that Eddie Brock and the symbiote aren't in a sexual relationship? And then Donny Cates, Donny Cates, even Donny Cates was like, what? No.
Yeah, that's not what's going on here. So, very fun. This is a good show. It's a good way to end the year, fellas. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to give shout outs to the new Patreon and channel membership backers. Should I do it now or should I do it next show?
No, do it now.
Yeah, I'm going to do 50 of them next week. So
yeah,
that's going to be rough. Did you think about that when you did that, Doc?
No. Well,
you trying to screw me over?
See, look what you did, Wes. Now they're shipping Sully and I in the chat.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
So I do need to give some shout outs to new Thinking Critical and channel membership backers. Thank you so much for becoming part of the family. If you want to support us on Patreon or channel memberships, get awesome videos and podcasts and all that kind of stuff. And you get a superhero name in the city to protect, like Merlin, the commenter, aka the Runesmith, protector of Stonecross. Welcome over to the family. We got the Meadowland Swamp Thing, aka the Dredge, protector of East Rutherford. Charlie Cauldron, aka Victor Hex, protector of the Grey Watch, has moved from Patreon over to channel memberships. Apparently, he appreciates the podcasts on YouTube better. And finally, Anthony Lamica, welcome to the family, aka Headliner, protector of Las Vegas. Like I said, there are links in the video description if you'd like to be part of the family. And Man, I'm gonna have to come up with 50 nicknames and cities to protect
And
next
cities,
week.
yep.
That's gonna be
Have
rough.
fun.
That's
By
the
way,
thing.
That stuff doesn't
Wes,
just happen. It takes a while.
occasionally, Wes, you name a character name that is yet to be revealed in Kneel Before Doomface, and I'm like, oh.
I
That's
do
not
my best.
Those bad comics you made him read.
Yeah, it's probably my fault. Doc, pay me back. So I guess we could do our final comic book recommendations of the year. Now that we've talked about the best and the worst of the year, why is this not coming up? I have no idea, but there it is. All right, Tommy, what are you recommending this week?
I mean, this was a fun title, 2 issues only. I Saw Santa. If you want to see a crazy ass story, this is definitely one you should pick up. Chris Killian, Andrew Sanders are the writers on it. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, I'm enjoying Skin Breakers. Skin Breakers have been amazing. You don't even have to read anything. Just look at the pictures. It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh, I loved it, man. What else I got here? Again, I'm a sword and sorcery fan, so I picked up Necron, which was pretty cool. Sarah Frazetta writing. I'm not really known for writing. I thought she did a great job telling the story of Necron. If you ever watch Fire and Ice, the animated movie from the 80s, which was awesome. And then anything Ghost Machine, get on it. It's been amazing. Green Lantern, Geiger has been awesome. And then Jimmy Palmiotti and the Punisher and Daredevil. I'm really, really enjoying that series. Even his Punisher run has been great with Dan Panosian on art. Absolutely incredible. But I really enjoy so far the Punisher Daredevil series. And then Infernal Hulk has been awesome. The first 2 issues have been incredible. The art is insane. I cannot wait for issue 3 of that. And then I did pick up this week. My daughter called me yesterday. I haven't looked into it a whole lot. She was at like a Ross or TJ Maxx or something, and she saw this. It's Superman 10 comic book collector set. And I think DC and even Marvel should be doing more of this. You open it up. Again, not all of them are my favorite comics, but it just has issue 1 of a bunch of different Superman stories. I feel like if DC and Marvel did more of this to get new readers to check out certain characters, especially when movies come out, I feel like that's the way to get new readers in. But this is pretty cool. It was $15.
Very nice. You got any big interviews people need to be looking out for on the channel?
I have Carrie Andrews coming up. I have let me pull it up right here. Carrie Andrews, Sid Koshin, Marvel artist who's phenomenal. Robert Venditti's coming up. Christopher Priest I'm working on again. Todd McFarlane at the end of January. Who else? Yeah, that's good for now, I guess. But yeah, I'm working on a bunch of different things. So hopefully, and Mark Miller, hopefully at the beginning of the year. He has a lot of stuff that I think he'll be announcing soon, so I'm really excited. I love talking to him, one of my favorite writers. But yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up.
If you want to catch all those interviews, and certainly you do, there is a link to his YouTube in the video description. Definitely check that out.
Wes.
Thank you, Tommy. Nerd says my worst of the year comic before you go is anything with Paul in it. I agree with the sentiment, but I do kind of disagree in the fact that I thought All New Venom with Dylan Brock emasculating and calling Paul a cuck every issue for like 5 issues straight was amazing. And it was my like bad comic that I love to read just for those moments. So it was kind of fun. But yeah, Paul's a terrible character. He needs to die. I can't believe he's still alive. All right, Sully, what are you recommending this week, brother?
I got 3 things at my local comic book shop this week. 2 of them were on my poll list. I'm not sure if they're really picks of the week. I kind of don't have a pick of the week. I did read Absolute Wonder Woman, which I thought was pretty good. I actually read Absolute Martian Manhunter, which for me, I'm not a Dennis Camp fan, but I gotta say, like critically, it's pretty strong.
You were on shrooms, weren't you?
How high were you?
I was.
Yeah.
I only.
What were you on?
It was a small wake and bake. It was some really low grade swag, so don't worry about that. But I got Superman 33, the Lex Luthor demon fight from KO, and I also got Green Lantern number 30, and issue number 600 is coming up in 3 more issues. So 2 of my favorite writers of this 2025 out of sheer volume. I really love Joshua Williamson and Jeremy Adams, and it shows in my short boxes. I picked this up. This came out in early December. This is DC Finest. It's a collection. This is Golden Age Wonder Woman. I bought 2 of these, and I gave one away as a gift to a friend of mine that I'm trying to get into comics a bit. And I love Golden Age Wonder Woman. You can really sink your teeth into it. There are subversive things. It is very smart. It's kind of sexy,
BDSM.
too. There's a lot of tying up women in this. You know what I mean? So like I get my misogynist thing on, right? But no, really. I mean, it's Golden Age Wonder Woman is a joy. And I have a fun time reading it. I want to learn more and more about it. And there's a second volume coming out in February that completes the original Golden Age run from 1941 to 1945 with the original writer, William Moulton Marstons, who was a Harvard professor who invented the polygraph.
Yeah.
You know, and the lasso of truth. I mean, come on, it's really so. It's
as somebody that's actually had a polygraph, I can tell you that guy's an asshole. It's not fun.
And thank you, everyone out there, especially everyone in the chat. Merry Christmas! I hope you had a great holiday filled with family and friends, and lots of funny books too. And so, yeah, I gave the gift of funny books this year. I got 2 of these, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Golden Age Wonder Woman. Check it out.
Nerd says, will anyone plug Unholy Nightmare? It's the holiday season. Unholy night. The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our Doomface's birth.
I like that. I actually want to do a Doomface Christmas Spectacular next year. So I have to start thinking about that now to get that, to have that deliverable by Christmas. But I've got an idea for it. That's pretty fun.
If you're thinking about a character called Joe Krampus, they already stole it in TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures this week. It was a gem.
I was not thinking of that, but no.
It was a good one.
Jimmy,
if you're looking for what? Jimmy Krampus?
Jimmy Krampus instead.
But if you're looking for a special holiday edition comic book, TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures was the best one this year by far. And maybe the best one in the last few years. It was a lot of fun. Luke Korlowitz, art. Issue 1 of my comic, Encrypted, went to press Tuesday and will arrive on the 8th, so pre-orders are still going in my online store. Well, very, very cool. Definitely go check out his store. I bet you if you type in that name, it's going to come up as the only thing available. Go check out his comic book and see if it's badass. I bet you there's some fun to be had there. Congratulations. And I'm hoping and wishing you a very successful 2026, dude. Very, very cool. Lots of creators here. We got Dylan. What are you recommending this week, dude? You said you got tons of them.
I got not tons, but I got a decent list. Superman 33 was good. Green Arrow 31 was a nice little character issue. Green Lantern 30, Skinbreaker number 4, Rockefeller's number 11, and No Man's Land number 4. Some good comics this week.
Very nice. You didn't think the art on Superman was odd? It felt like it didn't play to any of Hayden Sherman's strengths.
It's definitely not his strengths, but I still thought it looked good. But yeah, I think if you want to know his strengths, it's dark patterns, like drawing that more like noir type world. Like I think that works better than a straight up action book. But yeah. I still thought it looked good.
They should have done Eddie Barrows, dude.
Yeah, if they would have given him time.
He wouldn't even have had any Lois face in that one. Well, never mind. Lois does show up.
Yeah, she does show up. They wouldn't have those eyes too far apart.
Very good. You got anything else besides, obviously, you did the streaming for the game on Christmas Eve? You got anything else people should be looking out for?
I'll have some videos out this week, but I didn't have any new ones that I posted yet. But my stream is up of Arkham Origins, so if you want to check that out, that the VOD of that is up.
You're going to have like a best of the year, worst of the year type videos?
Yes, I'm going to be putting that up. So I'll have my best of the year up.
Very, very cool. So you don't do worst of the year because you're too nice?
I don't read enough. I don't really, because I read what's good, and if it's something's bad, I just hop off immediately.
So when I tell you something is so terrible, it should be a war crime. That doesn't make you want to check it out and be interested?
Yeah, it doesn't make me. It's a waste of time. I prefer to spend my time reading good comics.
That's probably smart. I read less bad comic books than I have in the past. I can tell you that.
That's good. Progress.
Carlito Figueroa, favorite comic book for me this year, Superman for all seasons. Really great book showing the best of Superman. Definitely a fucking classic right there. There's no denying that one. But the regular Superman was really, really good as well.
Yeah.
Although I consider Batman and Robin to be a bit better.
I agree.
Love Batman and Robin.
Are you with us that Batman and Robin's the best ongoing at DC? Tommy?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've loved it. The whole father-son relationship thing. Philip Kennedy has just mastered that. I don't know who was talking about it, but the ability for him to do a horror, crazy comic book in Infernal Hulk and to do a Batman and Robin where you really see that relationship. It's impressive as a writer to be able to kind of divorce yourself and tell two completely different types of stories like that. I don't think that's as easy to do. You don't see it very often, and I think Philip Kennedy Johnson's been amazing. But yeah,
Dylan said he's got the best ongoing at DC and Marvel.
I think he does.
Yeah. I'll still go with Spider-Man and Wolverine just because we've only had the 2 issues, but
Yeah,
it's good stuff. And Superman has also been very, very good.
Mhm.
Sparrow, you recommend anything this week, dude?
Yeah, I mean, some of it's already been hit. I'm going to recommend Green Lantern 30, and I'm going to recommend Skinbreaker. I'm also I have not read the story yet, but I picked up Capes 1 and 2 from Image, based purely on the Tyler Kirkham art. I thumbed through it; it is gorgeous. So, I just
You're thinking of Final Boss.
Final Boss. Thank you.
Final
Capes
boss.
is the Robert Kirkman reprints of the whatever universe stuff.
I am thinking of Final. I am thinking of Final Boss. I don't know why.
Yes.
Cover is incredible, man.
Brain short.
The art is amazing. No
Art
doubt
is-
about it.
So I've got to get in. I've yet to get into the story, but I will read it this week.
If they do
And
a
then,
Mortal Kombat comic book, he should illustrate it.
Oh, hell
Agree.
yeah.
Agree.
And they've done a few. They did. I think the last one they did was for Mortal Kombat X, and that was interesting. Sean Kittleson wrote that, and I thought he did some fun stuff with it. He brought in characters that I really like Havoc. But I'm also going to recommend one I haven't heard anybody talk about this week, which is Void Rivals, because if you like Sharkticons and Quintessons, this is the Void Rivals for you. So check it out. There's a great cover that's like die cut with the Sharkticons like have torn the cover. And not in the way that Sully gets a ruined cover when he buys a blind bag. Like, this is intentional.
Stelly, how about I throw that in a bag and sell it to you for $15?
All right.
Sold. I promise I'll crease it right down the middle
Make it
so it's
kiss up.
worthless.
By the way, when I send you your copies of Kneel Before Doomface, Sully, do you want me to stomp on them before I send them, or how do you want me to ruin them for you?
Big
Get a
brute
Ziploc bag
blueprint.
and a Sharpie and, and
Get a
blow
garbage
dryer.
bag and a
tape.
heat gun.
Throw it in a Ziploc and charge it twice.
Exactly.
One of a kind, Sully. Guaranteed.
All right, Doc, you going to recommend anything this week, dude?
Well, I am going to recommend that folks check out our video for why G.I. Joe is my favorite book of the year. And also for all the ridiculous bullshit that the Ultimate Universe creators have to say about the ending of that line. And when that'll be up, I don't know, early this week. But then I will recommend.
Mhm.
So, as I said earlier, The Darkness, really fucking good. It feels like a full just reboot of the that mystical side of the Top Cow universe. So, I definitely recommend that. Then we will go with, because I recommended issue 15 last week, issue 16 this week. Even though this is from 2 weeks ago. I don't care.
So good.
It's still really good.
It's new to you.
Yes. And then A Real American Hero. I think that this is 2 weeks old too. But again, I don't care. Go buy it. Go read it. It's really freaking good. And then one of my favorite issues, Uncanny X-Men. This is the first appearance of the Master Mold. The previous issue, I think, was the first appearance of the Sentinels. First appearance of the Master Mold. So there you go. The machine that makes machines.
It looks like you put your slab inside of a bag.
It is. It's bagged.
You bagged your slab?
Yeah.
Don't get
You
scratched.
got to keep the slab mint.
Wait until they start grading slabs.
And then
No,
and then
it's mostly just to protect against like scratching, and has nothing to do with preserving the box. I just want to be able to see the fucking cover of my comic, and it's kind of a softer plastic.
It will scratch easy, yeah.
It does scratch up pretty easy. So just from scuffing, that's literally the only reason I give a shit. So there you go.
Very nice. And AL, Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas. And check your email. I sent you something, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And I think that will do it for the Comics Aficionados in 2025. I think it's been a banner year. Lots of fun stuff going on. And obviously, we're going to have an amazing show for you next week, breaking out and kicking off 2026. And, football's over. It's kind of that's it for me, Dylan. Chiefs are
For you.
It's not over for the Giants. We're playing the Tank Bowl this week. We got to lose to the Raiders. This is battle for the number 1 pick. Because
that's why Max Crosby's not playing.
That's why they literally told him he's not playing. He wanted to play, and the
Literally
organization came to him
left.
like, "You're being benched. Your knee hurts." He's like, "What? I want to play." They're like, no. Yeah,
They're not like Dak Prescott. Just let him play out the entire season because he never gets hurt.
Yeah, Raiders need to be looked at for tanking. It's unethical if they win. If they lose and they get the number 1 pick, it should be taken back. Giants should get it. It's not fair. So Giants need to lose Sunday because we're definitely losing to the Cowboys the week after. So if we lose Sunday, we get the number 1 pick. We're good. It's just all about losing to the Raiders.
The NFL needs a draft lottery like hockey.
No. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, everybody. We're out of here. That's it.